And hello everybody. Welcome back to the Speed Gaming channel. We've got the Super Metroid Link to the Past Randomizer. Wow. I'm Jazzy. I'm joined by Scupula on comms, Jestro on tracking, and in just a few moments, we're gonna get started. What kind of tournament are we running today, Scupula?
Well, it turns out we're running 774, so you're just going to be, your 7 crystals to get into Ganon's tower and to defeat Ganon. 4, meaning the number of Metroid bosses you have to defeat, which is all of them, and we're going to be starting with boots, as we do.
With boots! We're starting with boots. Indeed, we're speedy in A Link to the Past, not in Metroid yet. Smile.
So anyway, we got V2Nitro and Tyvarius, both runners who are familiar with Super Metroid and Link to the Past, both joining us for this tournament. I want to say... yeah, they both know what they're doing. It'll be a pretty good show, I think. And I caught some of that. I know we got a Pendant of Power, a Desert, and that was all I saw. But
Is that Pendant Tower? I think it was Crystal EPs. What is the one that I caught?
okay, that's 2, and Gestro, I'm sure we'll have all 3. Now, so here's this cool part. Since you come from Super Metroid and you come out the fortune teller house there by the lake, we have the ability to knock down Saha's wall there. He deserves it, so we're going to do that right away.
You know what he does for holding an item behind a green pendant too. Oh, it's green pendant Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock, yeah. So TBD. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. You hate to see something in Pendant Turtle Rock just because it's so much. Although I think there was the race. Literally this last Saturday Shindig, I think had like Morph Turtle Rock, or no, it was Varia.
Yeah, things do ended up being buried in TR in this. It does happen, but all the way on Trinex for a green pennant, we'll see.
Well, ideally not. Nitro's actually gonna go for triple. Check the uncle with no weapons first.
Yeah, and
so is Tyvarius, yeah.
This is a thing. This is a little SMZ3 thing. So Tyvarius has been more into the Zelda 3 randomizer of late. That said, in SMZ3, you start prime for a tier 3 triple, so you're not got to carry that sign. And the other thing with that is, if he's doing that, he might think that was a tier 1, but hopefully we'll find enough bombs and stuff we need it. We don't have to worry too much about what tier is what.
Yeah, well, not for nothing. Because it is a boot start, you kind of have the guaranteed bomb in the Bonk Rocks leading up to Kakariko Village regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an orb right there. Orb number 1. We got it.
Yeah, that is definitely one of them.
Of all of the orbs, that is one of them. That's going to be Moon Pearl before Morph Ball here. V2Nitro revealing to us the potential incoming pain. An early Dark World visit is always a little tricky with a low health stack and most likely green tunic. So otherwise, it's going to be your standard Sphere 0 affair. We're just trying to see what we can see. Maybe it isn't the Dark World. Maybe we can cope a little bit. Maybe we don't have to kill Aghanim,
Well, we hope we don't, and there's options that you don't have in Zelda 3 for that, which we see one of our 4 bottles there on the Lumberjack. But the Moon Pearl first, you start thinking about just a little, some things like going through Meridia.
Yep.
For the Dark World and things like that, so still need some
Of
pieces
course,
for that.
We'll need the other ball.
Yeah. Need that and a bunch of other stuff,
and a bunch of other stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. The Meridia backdoor is not exactly that much more preferable than having the Aghanim kill open up the Dark World for you.
Mm-hmm.
Probably at least a little bit, but not that much more.
Sometimes it can be fun to just do things for the sake of doing them because you can. Now, that just brings up me doing that in my race last week and losing because of it. I was like, well, let's go to Mother
Yeah.
Brain early because we can.
Oh.
I felt like it, but yeah.
It is what it is sometimes. Nitro is actually a little greeting here for the single bomb instead of the 2 safety ones. Tyvarius making sure to have 2 for the guaranteed well and blindside check, and Nitro never punished. Why?
Yeah, and
Why would you ever be punished?
it is a good thing to note that it's harder to find bombs here, just because of all the Metroid items mixed in, but we do see the early bailout on that front.
Yeah. Yeah, Tharkus, we did get bombs before the well, and it's all good. Never punished. Only bonk rock 1 time. Easy. Got a little mess up here on the bomb toss. It's all good in the neighborhood.
We have the one left that we need to get out of Kakariko at least.
Yep.
And there's
Nope,
some more.
we have more. Hear me out. What if we had more bombs? We almost have, it's 8 rupees away from also being able to have a clean, like, bottle merchant, buy bombs if you wanted to do, like, what is it? If you wanted to do, like, a mini Moldorms. But also, the bottle merchant did just sell some bombs.
Yeah, see, that's funny because actually I want to point out they did both pick up a bomb expansion, which are just shuffled into the world here in SMZ3, and that would have been cost-effective to buy bombs. Now...
And you can get it. I mean, that's 20 bucks right there. That's enough money to get you bombs from your local merchant right there. 50 rupees, easy as you like.
They may skip that, but I mean, at least you can hold the majority of them if you were to so choose at this point.
Yeah, if you really wanted to. It would be a super safety play, for sure. And I think, yeah, Nitro's not going to go for it. Just gonna go check the library, check the racing game, move on with our lives. Same thing with Tyvarius here. And I think, yeah, Tyvarius even got to save a bomb from the well check. So pretty straightforward. Nitro not gonna scout, just gonna go straight into the racing game. See what we can see, because you can use the boots to avoid using a bomb to check the maze game, so works out. Both gonna do it. Pretty lockstep here in the early game. Not going to really see that many route variations until I think some more progression opens up for us.
Tyvarius has picked up a few seconds across Kakariko here, so we're going to see about a 4-second split going into whatever the heck is next, which is probably some part of the South Shore.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the dam into mini Moldorms if I had to guess. 6 bombs for Nitro is a little spooky for mini Moldorms because they can tell you to screw off. It is a little annoying sometimes, but faith.
Yeah, I'm usually happy with 4. It's +1. It's usually okay. Usually.
But, Moldorms, dude. Moldorms can be rude, Moldorms of all shapes and sizes. All the worms in this game, they suck.
They were designed to give
They
you
were
fits.
designed.
Yes, that's pretty true. All
They
right.
were designed.
So,
Ooh, actually,
I expected to see at least one Agina, because there's always some people like it and some people don't. I don't like isolating anything, so you get to see what's on the ledge here too. So it's a hook shot.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah, nice ledge. Okay, we're gonna be keeping an eye out for that. That's hook shot on the ledge, everybody. So we're looking for like mirror, we're looking for a flute would be cool, a book. The curse of reading, it's like the annoying way to get there, but
Yeah. Or tanks or various suit and Metroid access. So there's a bunch of ways to get there. We'll see what the sea's gonna make us do here, but
yeah, and we do have, not for nothing, we have the early moon portal. So if we do happen to get access via Metroid, it would be annoying, but it would be access, and it would be a hook shot. And we love going fast. In the meantime, Nitro going for a bomb refill? Yeah, bomb refill into mini Moldorms. Not gonna find much. Tyvarius just went there, didn't find much as well. Nitro does have the information of hook shot on the desert ledge. So that is pretty neat. Oh, Nitro's not going to mini Moldorms? Oh, no. You have to go around. That's right. So let's think. No gloves yet either. It's probably going to be, yeah, fake flips here for Tyvarius. Which is another nice thing about the boot start, is that you get the water walking into checking at least the fairy waterfall and the hobo.
Yeah, so I used to never do this. I'd want to put them all together, but then I realized this when you're water walking, it's not bad to at least look at these three and then go back and get hobo.
That was a nice little mini Moldorm cave out of Nitro. But yeah, it looks like fairy waterfall not going to pay much today.
Okay, so Tyvarius is going to skip the ledge scout. Now, part of that could be, the thought I have sometimes is in giving Zora more than one thing to be worth going to later.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's fine.
Yeah, and it could be annoying to make sure that you make it to the ledge scout and back without like ruining the water walk as well.
Yeah.
Half magic from the hobo, not bad. Not progression though.
It's nice early,
It's nice to see for sure. Look, we don't say no to half magic. But it's probably gonna look like, I don't know, you can rescue the old man. That's pretty easy to do, but otherwise it's like Eastern Palace Shallow Dive,
Yeah, there's that, and then there's going down to Vanilla Morph, which is always the thing, that you wonder sometimes.
Kid. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Yeah, because there's the early bottle. That's gonna be a bottle kid check here from Tyvarius. I was like, where is he going? Hammer. Okay, well there. There's the progress. There's.
Yeah, it's part of the progress.
It's part of the progress. We need gloves for the Dark World proper. So
we probably gonna see some Hyrule Castle before too long.
Oh yeah, the escape. I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, it just sits there. It's like cool if you can manage to go through a seat avoiding it, but it's rare.
Yeah.
Hammer will make it nice and easy.
And I like from Nitro, while you're in the fairy waterfall and you have the bottle, get the magic refill. You might as well. It's there, you're there.
Yeah, he's gonna probably regret the time. It takes a little longer because you have to go through the whole dialogue, but he's probably not gonna feel real thrilled about it in the next 5 seconds. Because
I mean, even with half magic, it's just nice to have, right?
Yeah.
It's not bad to have a safety as it is. You know what I mean? Safety isn't half bad. And I think V2Nitro is going to follow that hammer, same as Tyvarius. I'm curious if Nitro will also go for the escape first or the Eastern Palace Shallow Dive first. But I would imagine also the escape, because once you get the hammer, it's like, you got a weapon. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the hammer. Bring it down. Alright. Instant save quit. Where are we going?
Yeah, like how you can, for whatever reason, save quit while you're talking to sick kid there and you're still in the process of it. It's a little quirk.
That's going to be the escape for Nitro as well. Pretty much still in lockstep here. We'll see where the progression is. My goodness.
Yeah,
we're running out of places to go.
And Dark Cross, of course, is not currently in Logic. Sometimes you like to get it done through there, but Tyvarius without, it'll probably get some grief getting to Dark Cross, so it's just going to skip it for now, and that's okay.
Yeah, no lamp, no sword. It's just kind of an annoying dark room, and that's okay. It's Tyvarius' turn, actually, for Gina's.
Yep,
so Tyvarius will get the good news of, or We'll get the news. I don't know about good news. We'll get the news where the
Well,
where the
maybe
hook shot is.
maybe he
Unless
won't. He didn't
maybe
do it.
maybe they
So.
won't. Yeah, no scout. Wow.
Yeah, so that's one. Mark that down just in case, because we can't track for that kind of thing. You know,
Write that down. Write that down.
that knowledge could, in a way, be a difference maker depending on the
It
situations.
it could be. It really could be because if it comes down to the choice of maybe doing like some kind of lower Norfair into desert Meyer loop or some other path of progression, you might just choose the other one. It depends on what the items look like. But right now, Nitro knows that there's a hook shot right there, and that's real nice. No, bullet catcher. Nobody's gone to EP yet, so we don't know. It is crystal, as far as I recall, so should be done at some point. But Tyvarius is gonna go do our morph ped check. I'm curious. Yeah, and I don't think Tyvarius didn't do EP. I'm curious if Nitro does, or if Nitro also goes to Super Metroid. And I think Nitro is gonna go to EP because they didn't immediately save quit. Yeah.
One or the other. Okay. Sometimes, like, instead of resetting entirely like Tyvarius did, I'll take the warp back. I don't know why. I need to time it out. For some reason, I think it's faster, but
I think, well, because the reset takes you back to the ship, right? The warp gives you closer to the morph pad. But yeah, I should probably time it out. Not for nothing. I don't think I saw anything on that morph pad though.
No, just $20, and then this one will be out of logic too. But we're here, and
it's here, yeah.
Not the answer.
Yep, definitely not the answer. That's going to be the reset. It's Tyvarius' turn to go to EP. Alright. Let's see if we can find something good. Big key. Nothing yet. You know, that is probably faster. Yeah, should probably do that.
Well, you got to run back from the ship, but now you're starting a screen over in Zelda. So.
Oh, sorry. I meant the hop down that Nitro did.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's kind of fun because every time I see better people than me run the game, I can just be like, huh, yeah, I could probably do that room like that. Magic powder. You have to do that.
So the one thing you can use that hammer for right now
is go look at a bat and sprinkle some magic powder on it.
So, the good old potential quad dip of Kakariko when we find a flute later and have to come back for just that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
We might find a flute, we may not.
Go to Kakariko, leave, get a bottle, go back, get a hammer, leave, get magic powder, man.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen all the seeds, but this tournament to where I've been involved has been a little spicy.
No, it's been a lot. It's been crazy for sure. We've had all sorts of crazy seeds. Morph at Eastern Palace Pendant, flippers at Pendant Ridley. It's been a grand time. Gonna do Dark Room here for V2Nitro.
So this will be another because you're here thing. Now. We'll see what's here, but if Lamp shows up on Magic Bat or something, it'll be like just...
That would be really funny.
Because I don't think we saw Dark Cross either way.
We did not, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so...
Vidi notes, it's logical LL. I'm missing the concept.
Last location.
Last location, yeah. Pretty much. Saha's Closet, the bullet catcher, they cut it at the beginning of the game. So it was basically right after the, it was like right after loading in from Metroid, just walking up straight from the fortune teller house to Saha's Closet. Take the safe route. Get 50 bucks for your time. Back to Kakariko Village. Back to Kakariko Village.
See, and this is a good thing to do. You chase what you got. So V2 has not seen the morph ped, right? But you chase what you got. So, what is this? Is it lamp? Is it? What do you think?
Oh, what do I think? There's too many items, but it feels like we got to get to progression at some point. I'm thinking morph, lamp.
It's probably not as mean as lamp. You know, if I'm trying to be nice, it'll probably be something a little more open ended. But
I think if we want to be mean, it's gloves 1 for the Dark World access. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that could happen.
But at least it's a lot of checks, at least, if you get Dark World access, right? So you get Hype Cave, you get Thieves Town. Boom! Boom. Right on time. Right on time.
And the save and quit. Well, okay, I was wondering here. The save and quit, I figured might have meant Hype Cave, but looked like just a lost. Oh, we're gonna do back escape. Yeah, that's a good starting point.
It's 3 free checks. Why not? Why shouldn't you?
Yeah, because I didn't think about it.
Yeah. No, I forget about this check all the time too. Because once you get gloves 1, a lot of the time it'll open up so much for you. But oh, wow, gravity as well, baby seed.
All right, now did we see a map, or do we know it's in Dark Cross?
We did not see a map.
Okay, so we don't have to. Anyway, that's good.
At least I don't think I saw a map. I could be blind, but it's neither here nor there. I am blind, by the way.
Well, these little things Okay, video showing map. And I thought I might have saw. I was like 70% on that. So. Yeah.
Unlucky. So there's something in Dark Cross. Man, imagine if there was something in Dark Cross. What a seed at that point. But let's see if Hype Cave is really hype. We've had a Hype Cave on stream recently, so hopefully it pans out again. In the meantime, Tyvarius is gonna go to the Village of Outcasts route and not gonna get the bow.
I mean, that's good enough.
That's pretty good. Gloves 2? Oh, Tyvarius. You went the long way around. But you didn't have to anymore. Unlucky.
Well, it splits them. V2's headed to pod. Tyvarius is going to work on this after our little map check.
Pod? Yeah, I guess this could be a pod.
It could be pod.
But I think, nope, looks like V2 is just going to go for... Oh, wait. The green pendant turtle rug. Oh, that's pendant Ice Palace right there. Everything else is pretty much in logic. I think it was pendant Tower of Hera as well. So... Nice to get some extra power bombs. That's our second pack of the day.
Let me just put this. You can complete pod, right? But I don't blame the shying away without fire, or a lot of health, or sword, or anything. I get it. So.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Scoop. Not all of us can be the god gamers. It's 6 hearts with green tunic. Like, be reasonable.
Well, that's the thing. I would have headed toward it, and then I would have halfway through it been like, oh, and then kind of regretted it. Done that.
Fair enough. Very rude digging game today. Come on! Okay. My bad. 20 seconds for a piece of heart. Take a fourth. We accept the 4th. Tyvarius, in the meantime, getting the head start on Thieves Town. I think it's full in logic because hammer and you're there.
Yep, we can get everything.
You can't get everything. It just is a little rough, like we said. Good old green tunic, low health Thieves Town. A real great place to be.
Well, there is a thought, and I don't know that these guys are going to do it, but you can go to the shop here behind the hammer pigs and fill up with a couple of bucks. But,
yeah, you could.
Yeah.
We'll see, though. We'll see. Nitro's going to get all the other Village of Outcasts checks first. High jump. Ooh, that's annoying. I think, well... It's only gravity, so that's not upper Norfair checks. That puts the ceiling in logic, but that was just missiles, so that's not really anything.
Yeah, which V2 does not know, so
V2 does not know, but there's
it'll.
still plenty to do before that, I think.
It's
He
true.
can look at that.
It's true, but it'll be a bug in the head for a little bit, I think. At least till the morph shows up.
Now, see, if we find Varia in here, now that's going to be a big bug. Where you're like, I have high jump, and I have Varia. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, and then I guess at that point, if that were to happen, it would come back to the lamp still not being found to get to Norfair, but, you know, it can be
Oh,
done.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, it can be done. It's a lot of checks, and I probably would if it were to
for
come
sure.
up.
Thieves Town's not giving us that much. What else is in logic? If Thieves Town is nothing, we've got Catfish, Pyramid Ledge, Pod, Bow Dive. Yeah.
In front of Skullwoods,
Front of
everybody,
Skullwoods. Front of Skullwoods.
everybody loves going there.
There's a death on Nitro. Like we were saying, Thieves Town is a rough place to be.
Well, that was intentional. I just
Okay.
doesn't want to go all the way through that just yet.
I mean, it is a rough place to be, and not for nothing. I mean, hammer blind, not even sword blind. Hammer blind is a real pain. I can understand.
It's actually, I wasn't counting items. Sometimes whatever you get in the front, the counts can dictate, you know, how fast you push the back. I know that we saw X-ray and one other thing, maybe, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure, unfortunately. I was not paying attention to the
Yeah,
too
not a
deeply.
not a good counter in here. I just,
Sword 1 though,
yeah,
man.
that's very
nice.
nice.
Yeah, that's key to the back of Skullwoods. No fire rod yet, but
Well, that just simplifies this whole blind thing right away. So getting paid for taking a risk here, that's good.
yeah, sticking it out for sure. That might be the first big variation here. Not sure when Nitro's gonna go back into Thieves Town for that sword. Oh, don't die. Oh, that's death.
Yeah, we're just taking a refill.
Yeah. Pretty good blind so far. Here's head 3. Nice, clean, damageless. That's gonna be our first boss. No other major items here, but sword 1 is a good thing indeed. Don't know that that unlocks anything yet, but it is an item, and it's a weapon. It's a weapon we can use. We'll take that.
Yeah, especially when we have our boots, you can just run around now pretty much without worrying about it. But nothing spectacular in front of Skull either.
Nope.
Although, yeah, we gotta, I guess if we're gonna be here, we're gonna have to check this middle.
Yep.
Tyvarius.
Was there even the single item yet? I don't know that there was.
Kind of
Yeah.
lost. The only place it could have been would have been the Swiss cheese floor there, but I didn't. I took my eye off for that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
No.
that one was a key, so
Nothing there from chat. Thank you.
yep. Appreciate it.
In case anybody's watching a lot of Zelda 3 and they're wondering, the pinball room in SMZ3 is always a key. It's the way Zelda Randomizer used to be. So we've maintained that here for whatever reason.
And no items. All right. Well,
Yeah, not thrilled with it, but where he might be going back to Thieves now if he's leaving on foot,
yep.
I guess.
Yeah, there's not that much left. It's Tyvarius' turn to go do Hype Cave. Gonna get the bow. Gonna get the. Was there something else? I think.
Bow and mitts is what I've seen.
Yeah, it was bow meds. Where was gravity?
we just found it, and I can't remember, but not too buried.
It was not, yeah. Was it also here? No, it wasn't.
Oh, the
It was in the
sewers.
sewers. It was in the sewers. Thanks, Viddy.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize Tyvarius did not do the sewers check yet. V2Nitro gonna take care of some chores. Gonna rescue Jeremiah the bullfrog. You know, he was a good friend of mine. And probably take care of the... The chest isn't actually that easy to get to here, but what we can do is a quick little King's Crypt check with our boots as soon as this guy gets away. The ledge is a big old E. King's Crypt. Yo, this king was loaded! Yo, who gave this king supers? My goodness. That's crazy.
Yeah, some silly technology they hide. They don't want the majority of people to know about it.
The royalty is hiding the missiles. Jeez. This is how they kept their power. My goodness. King's Tomb. With the super missiles. Alright, is the catfish a homie? I got a friend that absolutely despises the catfish. Every time he does it, he's like, it's never anything, man.
Yeah, well, that's the problem is you need to not do it for it to have something.
Yeah. No, I've had Morph Ball here too many times to forget this check. Silvers will be pretty cool, though.
That's nice. I mean, you don't hate going here now, at least.
Yep, absolutely. We've got some fast clears coming in hot for some of these bosses. That's pretty quick Amos, pretty quick Vitreous, pretty quick Helvasaur. I think that's all the bosses that would be made easier by that sort of behavior.
If I had a guess, I'm going to say V2 is headed for blind and then the purple chest.
That seems like that would make sense. My goodness, is purple chest gonna be Prague? That's so annoying. Because we're like out of checks almost, none. Oh no, pod.
We got pod, we got.
And it's gonna be purple chest before pod too. Hammer pegs as well, I would think. I don't recall him. Yep, that's hammer pegs. Hammer pegs, purple chest before the blind check.
Yeah, see,
go swordless for a little while longer.
This is why I was hoping about going to blind there, because it needs done. You can do it, and well, if you had a sword here, which you would have, then that doesn't take so long. But
yeah,
oh well. Oh.
There's the morph, hammer pegs morph. Wow. And it's gonna be a little while longer before Nitro gets there first sword. You gotta imagine it's gonna be a Metroid check soon, after the purple chest, though. Fair enough. It's here, you're here, just take care of it.
Yep, for sure, and then we will be in Super Metroid for a while. You might find another sword right away, I don't know, it won't matter, but...
Yeah, it will be, it will be funny for Nitro to get swords anywhere else and finally finish Thieves Town, get that next sword upgrade and be like, well...
Yeah, so it'll work out not terribly.
Not terrible.
With that morph being there, so.
But it'll work out well enough. In the meantime, Tyvarius is going to finish up the Eastern Palace. I think just going to take care of it with the silvers in the dark room. Yeah.
Yeah, gonna put a spin on a couple of popos here. That'll open up the room. You find your Igor and you shoot him. That's what the first one's for.
Back in business. Delayed wall jump here from Nitro to go check the gauntlets. Not in logic, not for nothing. If we fight any Prague here, it's not going to be in the logic of the current game. This tournament is being run with the normal logic, so no funny business in Super Metroid. Is going to be in logic, we'll say. And I think specifically, is X-Ray, like, warping banned? I don't know.
There's some things that are with it, but they're defined by another method. There's things you can do with it, though, like climbing walls. I know nothing about it, but...
Yeah. But all the hard logic stuff, like CWJ, some gravity jumping, some other stuff, that's in the SMZ3 hard logic, we'll say, because I know the Varia randomizer, some other stuff uses different logic.
Yeah, the X-ray here, no matter what the logic level, doesn't actually
do anything. Yeah.
So.
Nice little magic cape from our out of logic gauntlet check, though. Not for nothing. We accept a cape.
Yeah, and
that's gonna be a bumper check if we.
Yeah, I don't believe that V2 had looked at that.
Nope.
Okay, because he was around there.
No, not this time. It's gonna be the Brinstar loop for V2Nitro. Nice little Zora flipper. So might have to go back. That gives us. So we know that whatever will give us hookshot access will give us the. Will give us that Swamp Palace in logic. Because we do know where V2Nitro is the only one that knows where hookshot is. So.
Yeah, currently. We
well,
gotta come up with
V2Nitro and Scupula, you and me and everybody else in chat, we all know where the hookshot is, unless you joined very recently. In which case, I'll let you know. It's at the Desert Ledge. So. Wow. Yep. Here's the expected pod shallow dive. Could be a shallow dive. If Tyvarius knows the dark rooms, we could do a full pod complete here with hammer, sword, silvers. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Just wouldn't really be that fun.
Maybe we'll luck out, come up with fire rod or something here.
A fire rod would be nice. Oh, it's mirrorless pod too. What a pain. You hate to see it.
Yeah, the shooter room's the worst of that if we can route the rest of it properly enough. Depends what you find, I guess, but...
Yep. Yeah, V2Nitro really getting paid for doing the chores here. There's the other sword we see, so... Nitro will be able to get the Sword of Evil's Bane at some point out of Thieves Town. Well, honestly, it would be even funnier if Nitro finds a second sword while in Metroid, or just like along the way in their travels. Just like the blind sword is like sword 3 or 4 for them. Ooh, yeah. Video makes a good point in chat. Flips does make Meridia accessible in logic through the back door as well, I think.
Yeah, through the back door we can do the front regardless.
We can do the front with the gravity, and then we can go do the back with the back door. Yeah.
So yeah, could be just a bigger reason to get over there soon. We'll see.
Yep. Of course, with gravity jumping, which I feel like we're at a level of runner where gravity jumping's on the table. You probably don't need to use the back door. It's just incredibly long. But... It's nice to get plasma, though.
Oh, for sure.
These hoppers are rude.
I must have not seen that get picked up. Must have been mockball something or another room. But yeah, sooner you get that, the
plasma?
better too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was at the top of Edekun's.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that power bomb placement. Huh. Neat. I didn't realize you could do the power bomb placement for that sort of thing. High jump boots makes a really easy wave gate. Super clean. Tyvarius not getting paid for this pod check, yeah. It's gonna be a little unfortunate if it's nothing. Pod's not pendant, right? No, it's where is it? I know it was Ice Palace pendant.
We've got a crystal mark there, so I mean, it's basically if you're
Turtle Rock and Tower of Hera, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine to get this out of the way. It'll just be having to be careful down in the basement with the turtles. That's all.
Yep. Tyvarius going for a cute little bomb jump here.
Yeah, we're gonna
get some supers.
Save a key here so that we don't have to pick up. I guess it would probably be the Stalfos basement key if we save this one. So
V2Nitro only running into a little bit of trouble. Speed booster, perfect timing. We never have to come back. Let's go.
That is fantastic. It's just fantastic.
That is amazing. And we have gravity. It's the easiest waterway check in the universe. Wow. Just wow. Hello?
Farming carbons.
Yep. Farming PBs.
Probably should need more than these two here.
Yeah. Was that an intentional death out of Tyvarius, or I think it was just an unfortunate one, right?
You know, I don't. Well, it might have been intentional, so you could do what I was saying about saving the key and all.
Oh, that's true.
But I wasn't watching, so.
Yeah. Yeah, intentional death warp. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Thanks, Viddy. Shout outs to chat. We love chat.
They're not here. We're not doing it.
Yeah. This is gonna be the real big what is it? Deviation. There we go. First big deviation in the run right now, where V2Nitro did the chores, got the hammer pegs, morph ball, Tyvarius going through using some mildly out of logic behaviors to progress through. Get some crystals going. We've got pod. We've got a Thieves Town crystal. That one was in logic, but yeah.
Nice little blue suited mock ball there to. I'm no good at that. My fingers don't act that way.
Yeah, I'm just not a speedrunner gamer like that yet. I know what you mean.
I think Tyvarius is not doing too terribly with this.
No, not at all.
Even if it takes a while, getting hits is the problem. Just looks like I think he's got one more here. Yeah, maybe two.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll have to be a little careful with the big beetle-looking thing, but...
Yep. Hey, you want to catch bugs with your friends?
So...
Nice little wave beam to put that, the whole, what is it? That 5 arrow capacity is now in logic. Let's go. Give a hand, chat. Alright, 3 hearts, Helmasaur, green tunic. It's a dangerous world, but Tyvarius is handling it with aplomb right now. Or is it aplomb? Either way, easy as you'll like. Ooh.
It does feel better, you know, knowing you're not a Noko. Let's put it that way, that 1 heart extra.
Yep.
So nothing spectacular there, and to be honest, nothing really spectacular in green either. I mean, nothing progressive anyway, so it's just things that needed / probably gonna get done.
Yep.
So,
you gotta do it at some point.
The speed is the biggest thing. We don't need it for Meridia, but...
well, okay, yeah, actually, you know what? Speed booster pretty good, alright? Speed booster is an acceptable progression item.
Yeah. I mean, you go fast with it, right?
Exactly. Speed booster, let's go fast.
Here's that gravity suit here for Tyvarius now.
Yep. Missed out on the wall jump for the...
Yeah, these guys are...
These guys are being real mean to Nitro right now. I think, yeah Nitro's out of energy. Yep.
Not gonna be able to. Now, probably what I do there, I mean, I understand why he's upset probably, but maybe then you at least scout it.
Yeah, maybe. But, you know, in a race context, sometimes you just got to make some sacrifices with your time. And this is one of the sacrifices that Nitro's going to make. Because waiting to kill those idiots with 3 power bombs, probably not the fastest thing in the world. Hey, chores. Look at that. You ready to do some chore and scoop?
Well, we'll see how fast V2 gets there. I mean, that could be something. And it would be, at that point, if it is the biggest thing in Green Bryn. But...
Well, Speed Booster, I think, does put Wreck Ship into Logic. Do need a 3rd E-Tank here to put the last few checks in Logic, but it is in Logic.
Yeah, it is. It's just Green Bryn takes a while, and if it ends up being not like, you know, direct ship reserve or something directly locked by it, then you think about it as you play, basically.
Yeah. It's going to be Tyvarius' turn to go through the Skullwoods dive and get nothing, unfortunately. High jump boots Alcatraz. Like to see it. Up we go. Check the criteria PBs. Oh, yeah, you know, Gravity did put already Wreck Ship into Logic. That's right.
It's just funny because, you know, we all will, after a while, remember that even if we don't know how, and I have to think about it every time. It's like you have to go into Meridia and up the tube.
Yeah. Well, no, with high jump, can you not do a wall jump with high jump, or is that just...
For the mode, I don't think that works either.
Yeah, okay.
I guess. I thought about that earlier. I was like, I think I don't think you can get around that one.
Yeah.
In a logical way. I'm sure there's somebody who's capable. It's Super Metroid, you know.
Man, I will say though, with Gravity, man, I've started doing the CWJ reps enough where if I have Gravity for the fast resets, I guess Gravity and bombs, because I wouldn't want to waste power bombs on it, but it would be kind of funny to just like spam CWJ attempts instead of trying to go through the Forgotten Highway.
V2's going to try this again, and I don't, no blame here. This is, you found your speed, and it's going to lock this hard too, so does a D boost to get across this time.
All right, lock in.
20.
And it's nothing. All right, no worries. All good.
Yeah, and actually, this is a good way to clean that up, because I think at this point V2 can head straight for Wreck Ship with the reset. So, you know, here's Dark Cross for Tyvarius, I think.
Yeah, wow. We just really don't want to do chores, Tyvarius? In Logic, chores are too good for you?
Yeah, I mean, this one is definitely a better not leave it here if my opponent did it type thing. So
yeah, that's true. Oh, no. Yeah. Yep, nope. Here it is.
There it is.
Yep.
Okay.
With high jump, yeah, it's with high jump, you can do the jump with Gravity across the mode. Oh, that's a medallion.
Yeah, that's Quake. I guess that probably will, because it's a choice whether you do the top of this or not, I guess, as a medallion. Probably will be enough between that and the movement to do that, I would say, after Phantoon here.
Oh, absolutely. You got Speed Booster? No, we're going to check everything. We're doing the Wreck Ship. Let's not get it twisted. The reserve tanks, I think, actually... I forgot that we had reserves. I think the reserve tanks actually do put the full Wreck Ship in Logic as well. You just need 3 total E-tanks to have enough health for it to let you damage boost your way across without Varia. Because I think the spike damage reduction's on Varia. Yeah. If you don't play that much of the SMZ3 Rando, the damage reduction total is split between Varia and Gravity Suit. But I think Varia does offer the extra spike damage reduction. And
tagged with
also
environmental, so yeah, spikes and...
Yep. And then Gravity is the one that gives you water movement, while Varia gives you the heated room protection. And it's like specifically split. Because if you watch a lot of any percent runs, you're like, oh, but don't you just get both of the suits from the Gravity suit? It's like, no, it got balanced.
It's funny to learn some of the environmental tags, like rainbow beam from the brain. That's environmental. Gravity suit don't help you. It's just funny stuff to me.
Yeah. Wow! We're gonna get a slow, just like that? It's a good Doppler number 1. Pretty nice Doppler number 2. Should just be one last round here for Nitro's fan 2.
That's what Tyvarius is getting.
The Morph Ball! We're finally not too good to do chores.
It might feel a little bad, but it'll work across the seed. Yeah.
I think so. Tyvarius, you know, both of these runners, there have been some races where there's an underdog and there's somebody that's super, you know, super in it. But I think these two runners, they locked up. You know, pretty equal skill, you know, logic progression, all things considered. I think we're in for a good one. It's just going to be Tyvarius' turn to start doing Super Metroid. And at some point, we know that Nitro will have to go back and do the dungeons that Tyvarius has already proved.
So, some retreads, I guess, well, no, because Rex Ship are going to see, and then probably headed for Meridia, I'd say, for V2Nitro.
Now, I will say, Tyvarius is going to do the Red Tower into Rex Ship routing, I think. Also because of the Zelda dives. Fun... Ooh, mirror. That gives us Tower of Hera, I believe. Nope. Still don't have Varia, so don't have logic to the Desert Ledge yet through Norfair.
Well, not the ledge, but we can logically now get to the mountain.
Yep.
Well, we've been able to do that, but yeah, the mirror will give us more of that between the hammer and mountain access, so that could be it could be a target. Once we get down to Meridia here, you could decide to skip it for now and go to the mountain. Just because Meridia does take a little while.
Nothing after all the spikes.
I will back up just a bit, just because, you know, when you're playing this game, and as long as it is, you just want to see progression. However, there's 2 beams that V2Nitro got they'll be significant over the course of this, really, as I see.
Actually,
you know.
yeah, that's true. That's a good amount of damage that Tyvarius is missing out on, and then he's not going to get until he does the Bryn Loop.
Yeah, just occurred to me.
Yep.
Whenever I seen the pea shooter going off, like, well, okay, yeah.
You know, there were good things in the Bryn Loop. Come on, Scoop.
Yeah, I know. I always lose by doing something that I didn't have to do, and even if it made sense, and it's like, well,
you know, it is what it is sometimes, right?
Well, Green Brain usually is out. Yeah, it's called not often skipped, but if you can and you do, it's pretty nice.
Well, yeah, absolutely. A green Bryn skip just makes you're feeling high on life at that point. You're like, who needs like 12 checks or whatever it is.
So that high jump mode is easier than I thought. That feels good on my end.
yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, I'd be gravity jumping in the menu. You know, it's slower, so I guess I'll jot that one down.
Write that down.
And I'm sure I tried it once or twice a long time ago and screwed it up, and I said, "The heck with it."
You know, we can all learn. We can all learn from watching people play. Everybody picks up tips and tricks here and there. Oh
boy. Okay, so one fetch to another.
Yeah. You know, the curse of reading. You hate to see it. Ooh. You know what? Because Nitro did miss the Sword in Thieves Town. Not sure where that Sword of Evil's Bane is going to be. So, we'll have to see.
So that was in fact Ether there. We had
Wow!
Okay.
Wow! Never punished! Oh my... Come on, man! What
it's a nice ship. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly what I said earlier. He's just gonna go walk right into Thieves Town, get the sword 3s. You're like, oh, okay. Nice little speed booster to get across bowling. Tyvarius' turn to catch right on up. Get his own Sword of Evil's Bane. Actually, that's all 4 swords visible, I think, right? Yeah. So, Butter Sword should be on lock. I mean, all 4 swords are pretty on the path. Unless Tyvarius manages to... No, I don't think, actually... If Tyvarius skips out on... It was Blue Brinstar, I think was where the sword was. If Tyvarius skips out on that, then maybe.
Yeah, it'll be either Swamp or Lower Norfair. It's always where it is.
Yeah.
I go out of my way to get a sword 3 because I think 4 won't show up, and then 4
No. We know all the swords. It's
Well, I'm just saying, in like any other seed I play. So.
Oh, sure.
We know them, but you know.
That's true. All right. And Nitro has learned to read. It's unfortunate, you know. The curse of reading hits us all at some point, but you just got to do it. It's unfortunate. You really don't want to have to do it. It's so many chores, but sometimes it is what it is. Swamp will be full clearable, Viti. For anybody joining us, that book does open up the hook shot on Desert Ledge. And we're gonna be seeing real soon if that actually translates to any measurable advantage for Nitro here. Because Tyvarius does not know that the book leads directly to hookshot, which is something that is now on Nitro's mind. So Tyvarius might just end up going, you know, could go to Meridia, could go to other, you know, other reasonable checks beforehand. Whereas Nitro, at any time, can just be like, right. Hookshot. Nice
book access to Desert isn't mega common here in SMZ3. It's not super uncommon either, but the book might direct Tyvarius back that direction. Depends on what else has to be done at that time.
Yep. Nitro gonna do Red Tower on the way out of Red Ship. Very reasonable, very reasonable. I don't think anybody's in Craig yet, right?
Nope. That'll be shortly.
That's probably up for V2Nitro in just a second. Also gonna use that mirror for... Well, you don't need the Tower of Hera, but... You do have the hammer for that Light World Death Mountain. It's kind of annoying, though. Because you do have, like, hook shot, but not yet. Right? It's like there's a hook shot, it's just not in your inventory. You kind of would want to get that so you can do the whole Death Mountain all in one fell swoop, right? You know, hook shot cave, super bunny. You got everything going for it. You got the hammer, gloves 2, mirror. Nice and easy, right? So are we not going to Crate? Are we doing X-ray? Fair enough.
Looks that way. This will get left alone otherwise, so if you can do it, you do it. It's tough, but...
Yeah, I think it is not in logic with the current resource stack. So... However, a few good D boosts, just like Nitro's got going on right here, will take care of business. Clean wall jump.
That last step there without the spike on it, pretty key on this amount of energy.
Yep. Nothing today, but still. Very nice play. Let's see if we can make it out of here alive. Oh, it's going to be a short charge, I think. Let's see if we get the short charge. Not yet. No more energy. Oh, no, not going for a short charge. What are we going for here?
I'm far from the expert on this X-ray business, so...
If it's a... Wow, is it an X-ray? Wow. Waiting for the waiver to deboost? Ah, okay. That makes more sense. Yep. Waiver deboost. Alright. Gets the second waiver deboost too, which is actually pretty nice.
That's
And boom.
that's
That's
pretty good, yeah.
Yep, that'll get you going. Cause yeah, thanks, Jestro. Thanks, Jestro. Because what happens is, because you're deboosting off the waivers, you're not gonna take the damage from the spikes, and like we said earlier, we don't got the spike damage reduction. That's on Varia. So definitely very much at risk of death at that time. With only the gravity suit here.
I'm trying to think. I could be wrong, but I want to say 4 tanks and nothing else. I want to say that's out of logic on hard too, but it's called.
I
don't
think
want to leave
so.
it there.
Yeah, I think so. So what is it? The out of logic X-ray gonna pay for. It's gonna pay in peace of mind. There we go.
Yeah, peace of mind is not an invaluable thing to have. That's for sure. And
you know, Tyvarius might have to come back later and be like, "That's one of the checks." You know.
the wall jump timing on off of these rippers or whatever they are it's funny, and it's a good thing Tyvarius is pushing for this one since it's a sword.
You know, I forgot as well, because Brinstar was speed booster, so Tyvarius is having to go through a lot of this stuff without going fast. I was like, why is he wall jumping? It's because went to wreck ship first.
Yeah, yeah. So there's
later.
Fire Road. How about that?
Oh, Tyvarius isn't gonna be able to get the book.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm thinking, for Tyvarius' sake, hopefully we can get to Desert Ledge the other way.
Yeah.
Or one of the other ways, but we'll at least know about it. So maybe it's a small blessing for his mind that he doesn't know about hookshot currently.
Yeah, maybe, honestly, yeah. He doesn't have the cursed knowledge. Good PB setup here for Nitro for the crate quick kill. Using plasma to get rid of some stuff. Let's see if we can actually get it. 1, 2, 3, skip the DLC fight. Alrighty then. 1, 2, 3, skip the DLC. And here we go. Yeah, I mean, we've picked up enough rupees. We're rich enough. It's gonna be all fine. And V2Nitro is really getting paid for going to the Brinstar loop first here. Tyvarius is gonna have to run back. Well, technically not, if the tablets are not progression and another way reveals itself to get to Desert Ledge, and Desert Palace in general, then Tyvarius does not need the book. It's just a very, very nice and straightforward way of doing it. So, yep, there's the bad news. You know, maybe Tyvarius will just get the flute. We'll just get the flute.
Yeah, that would be the hope for him, yeah. We'll see. I mean, being that Meyer is not required to have a flute here in SMZ3, it's less likely to show up, but it might. And even if it did, it might be considered the junk item, and the book was the way to get in, but small potatoes for Tyvarius.
Yeah, pretty much. Or Suiko Boj. Worst case scenario for Tyvarius is flute behind book. Yeah, that would be pretty rough. But if the flute is in GT, like it's nowhere. Actually no, that would be bad too. Tyvarius wants the flute.
At this point, he does. Yeah, as we see the ice rod there trying its best in the middle of the hot room. It, you know,
Wait, there's an ice rod? What?
Yeah, it is on the croc escape. So we'll
Oh.
be. I mean, you'll probably get it on the way out of somewhere, but
Yeah. That was from the the Nitro Scout. Yeah.
it's just with the pendant there, it's like hopefully it's convenient to pick up
Hopefully it's
just in
nothing.
case, just in case.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing, but if the recession wasn't already over, it's over now. My goodness. Resetting back to Link's house. What are we up to?
Swamp, or
Nope.
well, swamp after
Hook.
all that.
Hook shot. Hook shot. Hook shot. Hook shot is what we're up to. Hook shot is too good to leave behind.
You gotta get that, and then you go swamp. I just said swamp because you said swamp at some point because of the knowledge. So
True. Because you are right. That is the next location.
oh yeah, nice chain of things we have to do now. Every time you have something on your little shopping list, it's good. As long as it doesn't dry out, I think you're all right.
Please, please, open the way. Alright. Thank you, Goddess Highway. We did it. Let's go get the hook shot! And also, just for fun, we have the fire rod, so we can just clear this. Ain't no thing. Easy as you like. Will King Zora have a good item today? Grand Lurker? I hope not. That'd be annoying.
Yeah, and that's actually something I remember Tyvarius doing Houlihan, which I thought I guess would have been for Zora money, but what did he eventually go there?
I don't think so. No. I don't think Tyvarius does not have flips. There's like a good amount of checks that Nitro has done at this point that Tyvarius has not done. And vice versa, not for nothing. It's just that Nitro happens to have gotten paid a little bit more for it, which is unfortunate for Tyvarius. But
the fire rod Viddy was Kraid missile in the middle, I believe.
Yeah. It was either that or it was somewhere on the way down through Norfair. Maybe it was high jump. One of the two. It was somewhere on the way out of Kraid back into the Legend Zone. How about that? Item number 1 for Desert, I think. I think item number 2 is going to be on the Boss. There we go. I definitely know names. I could never not know names. Anyways.
It's a worm,
It's
one
a worm.
One of them.
It's some of them worms.
3 worms.
Scoop was correct. Thanks, Jester. Keeping us honest. Hook shot! Woo!
When I need to know something, I don't know where it is.
But... Wow! We're just not even doing Desert? Was Desert a pendant?
Yeah, it is actually, and I'm trying to think if that was 1 or 2 items, because I, of course, wasn't paying attention to the right side at all, but...
Alright, fair enough. I didn't realize it was pendant. That's on me. Wait.
It's a blue pendant, so,
Oh, Tower of Hair is a crystal, then, or some kind of prog. Nice missile.
Well, this is okay, too. Now you can do Ether Tablet while you're up here, so... That shopping list again, it's got things on it.
Just check it off. Yeah, you can even do Spike Cave. We got to have magic. Easy. Yeah. Nitro is getting kind of paid for doing arguably the logical path. I don't think there's been a lot of out-of-logic stuff going on for Nitro here, to be honest. Tyvarius has been the one doing a lot of the dark rooms today, as it is. Nitro just playing straightforward, in-logic game.
I just want to mention Tyvarius was about a frame off of getting sent down the middle hole there.
Yeah.
So, GG Worm.
GG's Worm. Get out of here. Maybe do Desert with Misery Mire. Well, I mean, if Desert is nothing, then Desert is nothing, right? So, because it's pendant. It's pendant pod. No, what am I saying? Pendant ice palace. Pendant. My
Got
goodness.
desert and TR is what I'm showing. So
There it is. Desert and Turtle Rock. Because Turtle Rock is green pendant this time. Ether tablet. We love being healthy. We love a heart from the sky. A sky heart, as it is. Yeah. Not for nothing. Sometimes it does pay, not for nothing, to go out of logic and be doing cool stuff. Getting some cool dark rooms done. It just hasn't paid off this time for Tyvarius. Not for nothing, I think it is going to be tough to say. If the flute is somewhere, like if we do find the flute somewhere, that would be rough, I think. Were you just trying to cheat into the...
yeah.
Yeah, trying to cheat into the basement without the small key, I think. It's kind of interesting. Normally, I feel like people want to not get anything in the basement. They would rather the basement is nothing. We don't have to go there. Speaking of nothing, I think that's nothing but supers and some air capacity in Paradox Cave.
So this thing you're seeing V2Nitro do, there's not a fantastic, black and white way to do this, but I will say that starting from the block here adds an extra element of timing. If you park yourself a little right of the key slot there, it's pretty much just a downright, but it does get it, and it's still better than climbing up. So
That's fair enough. Ooh, we're gonna catch bugs with our friends, or fairies with our friends. Oh, huh.
yep, ether access into TR, so wreck ship on that one as well.
I did not know. Yeah, I didn't realize that this was the teleport to here. Neat.
Yeah, there's a hole you fall in on the floor above this one that would drop you through a bunch of pots going the whole way down. It's just for those fairies primarily, and then sends you back up top, so we're just skipping the go down and going up. That's all.
Dude, it makes me so sad to see Tyvarius doing this hookshot cave check right now. I'm just like, no, it was here. It was technically possible. Out, Moldorm.
Yeah, somebody's getting the middle hole today.
Oh, all the way down we go. All right. Back up the climb, Nitro. Back up the climb. Yeah, this route deviation is gonna make or break this race. If Tyvarius is able to have some clean play and catch up, it's so hard though, and we need to find the flute somewhere else. That's the really annoying thing. The flute needs to be somewhere else for Tyvarius to really get paid off of this.
Yeah, if it's behind hook or something,
it's cooked. Because Tyvarius, as of right now, to kind of really catch up, gotta get to Green Bryn, gotta get to Pink Bryn to get the Pink Bryn for the speed booster, and then back to Rex Ship for the book, which is not too far away. I mean, if he goes right now, if he stops everything right now and goes to, I guess you go kill Kraid right now. If Meridia has it, maybe, because there's a routing here that you do Kraid into Meridia, and you just gravity jump to get to Dragon. You can do that. Really annoying that you don't have speed for Meridia still. Not for nothing. But I think that's yep. I think something like that's gonna happen. In the meanwhile, Nitro's gonna check the basement.
yeah, that shopping list was definitely not a ordered list, right? So we're doing this because we're here, but after this, I think we're looking at Skullwoods first. Finish the back of that out. Then go Swamp.
Yeah, I mean, you really got a plethora of options, right? Speed Booster still does have you the you could do Meridia if you really felt like it, right? That's still pretty in logic.
You gotta love when
Swamp.
you do one of these goofball checks, and it gives you the Greg. Like it's like
Greg?
you feel like it's on purpose. I don't know why people call it that. I haven't figured that one out. But just the $1 or the 1 arrow or whatever. It's just
Yeah. It makes it hurt so much more. Because then you'll like forget about it or skip it later, and then that's the one time where it's like the big progression. We missed out on the Kraid quick kill, unfortunately, for Tyvarius. Just some more of these small time saves. I think it's been Tyvarius's Metroid bosses so far have been a little bit slower than Nitro's as well.
Yeah, that was about the quickest you can do a stand-up Kraid, to be honest. I mean,
that is true. Not for nothing. That was a real quick stand-up Kraid.
Green Rupee of Extreme. Thank you very much, Viddy. I appreciate that. All these people telling me Greg, and I'm like, the
Green Rupee of extreme goodness. Yeah, goodness. Sure why we had to farm the supers off of that guy, but why not? You know, supers are cool. It's Nitro's turn to get not much out of Paradox. But I think then we'll be able to see if we get something out of Hookshot Cave. If there's something in Hookshot Cave, that's real annoying for Tyvarius.
Well, and if it's a flute, then I have to sit here and talk about hovering, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, again, the in-logic route, right, is just you gotta go back to Brinstar, gotta get that speed. Speed boost. Green Rupee of Eternal Glory. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Here we go. I think this is a pretty make or break. It feels like this is a pretty make or break moment here for Tyvarius. If there's a flute in Meridia, we can kind of salvage it. If there is not a flute in Meridia, that feels real cooked. Was that an item?
I didn't catch it.
It was very quick. I don't think so, given that Tyvarius has gone all the way back down. In the meantime, are we gonna look at Turtle Rock Nitro?
We can't. That's the thing. They both open.
Oh no, King. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
they both open, and it's a pendant, and it takes some time. But it's like if you do need to go in, then you got to open, and it takes longer. So it's a choice you make. So 3 checks here. Let's see.
Yeah. There's that e-take we've seen already. $50, $20, and a heart. Okay.
Yeah, so no punishment there unless he, just goes back on its own. But I don't see that happening too soon.
Yep.
My completely uneducated guess on Showcase Showdown is because there's 2 prizes, then you have to have this extra investment for one of them. I mean, it's not the same as getting within $100 or something close like that, but that's the best I got.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, red shield. Yeah, I thought that it looked something like that. I just wasn't too sure. Come on, take the E. Take the E, Tyvarius.
Yeah, see, this is where you'd like to stop energy tank wise, but you're thinking for a second, we don't have Tyvarius yet, and what if we have enough E-tanks to not care?
Is that a spring ball pickup somewhere along the way? I
saw it, and I don't remember where, but yeah, Tyvarius has that.
That's pretty funny, honestly. No, they both have it, so must have been a random check that I missed out on. Skull Woods in the meantime for V2 here. Nitro gonna take that fire rod to good use, and half magic, and green potion if you really felt like it. Not really necessary though. Wow. It's crazy the way that Super Bunny. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Jestro. It's crazy how much just like a slightly different way of routing your logic will get you. Because I bet you right now, if Tyvarius had speed, I think he would feel a heck of a lot different. Is that going to be a snail clip? Ooh.
Yep. And the high jump makes it a little easier. You get a little more leeway. So that looks pretty good with high jump. Maybe not. I don't know why I'm even trying to pick pixels on this screen, but it looked alright. That one might be too high. And I'm wrong. Again, 2 for 2.
All good. No worries. Never punished. Just get an E-tank and leave. It's going to be a save quit to check our sandpits now, I'd imagine. Certainly, both runners are, in general, I think, running off the logic of, it's here, I'm here. So, it just happens to be that they've been in different places. So.
Well, hopefully what we'll see from Tyvarius here is you do one. You pick one, probably the left, and if it's nothing and you hope it's nothing, you just reset and go do Dragon and come back later.
For the right one, yeah. Nope. Get pranked by the snail. You are now doing the right sandpit. Down you go. PBs. Piece of heart, nothing, reset.
Let that snail get under him, trying to jump to the next one.
Yeah, you could go for the double scout here. I don't hate it. But yeah, like you were saying earlier though, it's probably fine enough to just kind of go off. And Tyvarius can't do the plasma check. Because no Brinstar loop check. Unless he finds screw attack, there's no charge.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention that, that would actually better explain doing double sandpits now, because you can go and visually scout that plasma check. Still probably won't do it, but...
In other news, breaking news, Master Sword Pedestal is nothing. A really big flying bomb means supers, pretty sure, which is, yeah, not important. Wow! Lamp? Does that give us anything?
it doesn't. We don't care now. Well, okay.
Oh, screw attack for the...
Yeah,
right on time!
We'll pick them up because we'll
That's
take
a
our screw
plasma check.
attack, you know.
That's a plasma check unlock. That's really funny, though. Lamp for the... Lamp for the player that did the dark rooms.
That thing does tend to bury itself because of, I don't know, I guess just the way checks involving dark rooms are laid out generally.
You know, Misery Mire is going to be a little bit less of a pain, at least, right?
Yeah.
We accept. We accept not having to do the Mire dark room. That room sucks. That whole set of rooms, I should say. Okay. Tyvarius has something from the Meridia visit here. I don't know that it's a flute, though. Oh! We're gonna go back! Not going to do the out of logic Dragon. It's gonna be Spazer into the... Is this a Brinstar loop up through the top?
Well, it might just be the Spazer. I am not sure. It might just be this, and then go back to Meridia. But you could also go through the warp to Dragon from here. So we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. Is it faster to go through the warp? Because Tyvarius does not have the flips.
Oh, he doesn't?
No.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be done. There's a water block for it, but...
But, yeah. Nope. Yeah, here. Up through the red tower. Okay, yeah. We're gonna look at X-ray? Nah, screw that check. Alright. Was that something good?
It was not, so it's that'll be a a good thing for Tyvarius then to not do that.
Every time we see Nitro open an item, it's like, is it good? Is it the flute? If not good, Tyvarius is fired up behind. It's gonna be a wave gate glitch here to try to get our Brinstar loop going. Yep. Okay. It's gonna be a sword 3. It's gonna be a speed booster. Just please go to pink Bryn, man. Please. Please. You've already come all the way here. Don't go to blue Bryn. Alright. Speed booster! Coming in hot for Tyvarius. He's gonna know how to get to the book. Get that speed! There's that sword 3 we were joking about from earlier for Nitro coming in. Funnily enough, kind of useless now. This is the boss that you wouldn't have cared that much to not have the upgraded sword. But, you know, it's all good. Nice little speed booster to get out from Tyvarius.
Yeah, charged the spark a little early. I was like hoping he wouldn't run out. You get 5 seconds. But
Yeah.
made it. It's a nice thing to do to get out.
Sword beams do make this fight pretty easy to start with. Gonna take the safety though. You are gonna get the refill on both magic and health at the end anyways, so why not just have the cape equipped? Tyvarius, do a quick reset, get our spore spawn skip going. I don't know that there's a format where spore spawn is killed ever, except for maybe the map rando.
He's Sanity and SMZ3.
He's Sanity, that's
That's
right.
about where you'll see him if you are, because the bottom door is a 2 key and then the top door is a boss key. So there's times.
That's true, that's true. Taking our new mirror for some new chores. K45 here for Nitro. $20. So now that Tyvarius is kind of catching up in a sense to what Nitro already did. It's kind of, you know, there's a good split here, right? Because Tyvarius did so many dark rooms, Tyvarius is like keeping a good pace with the bosses, right? It's not like Tyvarius has been doing nothing with his time. It just happens to not be having a speed booster, right? So
Yeah, that's. I mean, some people, a lot of people don't like it, but that's why, you know, that's why I do. So the people who do like the fact that you have extra checks to kind of pad, you know, routing that isn't bad, but just is wrong. Same reason some people like and some people don't, basically.
Yep.
You just got to play the game, and as long as you're doing that, like I say, with the shopping list or whatever, then you're alright for a while.
Yeah, Nitro taking care of all the chores here. That's Bombo's tablet right before I'm going to assume Swamp Palace with that mirror equipped.
Getting cleaned up the rest of the, not, you know, smiths themselves, but the stuff on the chain, so you're going to have that shovel, the K45. Nothing there, but it's a good way to route it.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna hit the can really quick while Nitro starts up the Swamp Palace. I'll be right back.
There's that other sword there, so tempered all around. So we'll see what we find here in Swamp and how fast to determine if and when we do the left side of it. Tyvarius, like, yep, you want the plasma beam, and you'll see this a lot too. You'll see, like in Super Metroid, almost everything can be a visual check, so just eyeball stuff and due to the odds, you are headed you're headed out before you process what it is, and since most of the time it's junk, that's okay to do. You know? If you see double takes, that's why it's calculated. V2 is not okay. We're taking the key and we're speccing. That just means we can skip some other key later if we want.
Skip a key here and there. Any fun items yet from Swamp Palace? I don't think so.
We got bombos out of it. That,
okay.
Don't know on that one the necessity yet till we see Mire.
Still haven't spotted the mire.
So 2 items so far. Left side is, I was gonna say could be skipped, but V2 is just gonna do it. I do this sometimes, and then when it's map and compass after all this, then you're upset.
Yeah. What? It's 5 items total for Swamp or 6?
6.
6. Okay.
Yep.
We've seen 2 so far?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, Bombo's in the heart. Yeah. Okay. Let's go take a look at the left side. See how annoyed we are. And flips. Alright. That's where the flips were.
Yeah, I didn't remember because it's just there in that spot that everybody gets after they do the gauntlet. And
yeah.
Unless, you forget about it.
Tyvarius, though, instead did it from the bottom up. So actually, still has to do the gauntlet. I think that's the cape. Yeah, in the front half. Nothing in the back half. Didn't scout the back half, which is fair enough. Gonna go pick up the shovel chore now. I think that was revealed to be nothing.
Nothing there, just some arrows.
Just some sticks.
Okay, so as long as there's 1 item over here after you find 2 in the first 2 checks, then you're justified in it, and the big key is actually even better because that just happened to work out. Because if the big key is in the back, even if you do come back in, you can do it straight away. But being over here, if you put off left side now and you do it later, then you gotta. It's the longest way to do Swamp possible. So you gotta on your second trip and do left side and then come back, walk back to the middle. But now you do because you're going that way anyway. And
the Cane of Samaria.
The cane. Wow. So yeah, left side Swamp.
Ooh.
For some reason.
Swamp. Paying the dividends today. Just don't want to do Diver Down today, I guess.
It's not a trick everybody's fantastic at. Even I think it was the last one I figured out.
Look, that's fair enough. I was just saying, it just looks like there's been a lot of good tricking going on all around. Felt like it was within the realm of possibility. But yeah, Diver Down is not the easiest thing in the world for sure. So
it's a funny bunch of steps and timing, and usually in Zelda 3 you only have to do one of those at a time. So I guess I'm just saying, and not about any runners or anybody else, is just
absolutely not. No, I'm the last person to really be criticizing for sure.
I know for me it was the last thing I picked up that I actually have so far learned. Like there's some stuff I just refuse to do, but that one took me a while. I even got Icebreaker before I got that one.
Oh, but Icebreaker is so useful. I hate Ice Palace. I think the funny thing is, I think Icebreaker is like one of the first things I ended up learning, just because I hated that dungeon so much. There's
a thing to be said about that too, because there's a guy I play with sometimes. He's just very casual, but I swear it was the first trick I taught him too, and he wanted to learn it. I'm like, all right, good luck. This is kind of weird, but he gets it. He's happy. So.
Look, everybody's happy when they don't have to do Ice Palace. All right. Wow, this cloud is just really avoiding Nitro. Alright. Oh, gonna go for the quick kill here. Nope. Not today. All good.
Yeah,
Wow.
you want silvers first. If you don't have that, you want ice rod, and if you don't have that, you got to do some positioning with the fire rod. But
Both of the canes in the same spot. That's pretty funny. Where did Tyvarius get silvers?
that would have
Nitro
been
did not have
catfish.
Catfish, that's right. Jeez.
So that may not happen, and then actually being catfish, if it doesn't, that's okay for V2Nitro, because I don't think you make up time with just Ganon going that way.
Yeah.
If he doesn't go that way.
Well, there's a good amount of time in the other parts of the run, right?
Well, yeah,
Silvers
I mean,
Silvers is an instant kill on Helmasaur, quick kill on Vitreous, you know, all sorts of fun
Yeah.
things you can do with Silver.
From V2's current position, so you have
That's
Vitreous, basically, and Ganon. But Tyvarius, in his case, it'll help with this whole book-to-hook thing that's going on in his life, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, hold on here, because Nitro has not done pod either. Nitro still has a pod to do. That's a quick
Yeah.
Helmasaur. You might as well.
I think pod had anything else in it either, did it?
I don't think so, no. But Nitro actually going to be taking the Meridia back door. And going to be going through Meridia. So, it's going to be Nitro with the, Nitro probably going to get that lamp and screw, leaving Dragon, I would have to guess. And
Yeah, more likely.
more likely than not, you certainly, after going into Meridia, you certainly don't really want to have to leave Meridia and come back again. You have
That's true.
speed, you have plasma, like I guess you don't have grapple.
Yeah, we don't have a good way to do Shack Tool, even if we had a good reason, which we also don't, so we're not seeing that currently.
Yeah. Because what? No ice beams, or no ice clipping either. It's just a pain. In the meantime, Tyvarius gonna be catching up on some of the Dark World stuff going on here. Skull Woods kill incoming. We're gonna go kill a moth. A moth on one side, a space thing on the other.
It just reminds me that there's something where somebody has it's like on Reddit. There's a cake that says shrimps is bugs, and we have one of each currently. A couple of sparks and some ammo. Down goes Dragon for V2. You're gonna have to.
Is that a spike suit?
I think so. I know nothing about it, but that looks like the setup to me. Yes.
Man, that would be sick. A little Metroid trick bias here for Nitro for sure. If that's a spike suit. Although I think that scans though. I think I recall seeing Nitro doing some of the map randos as well. Nope, no spike suit this time. All right, went for the setup. Maybe didn't get it. It's okay.
Yeah, to keep it, you what? Just make sure you don't jump straight up until you get up your top here. Is that what the deal is?
Yep. Because it stores a charge, so anytime you do the input, it'll fire off, right?
So that was an item. We're cleaned out on Skullwoods here for nothing but the crystal, or whatever it is, and basically crystal.
Yep.
And Tyvarius is walking out for what, graveyard ledge and stuff, I guess.
Probably. There's no cape here for Tyvarius, so no bumper. Short charge here for Nitro. Grab some health back. Grab, I think, nope, sticks. Yeah. I was like, it's bombs or sticks. It's one of those consumables that we don't really need.
So, if graveyard isn't anything I wonder how soon we're going to just go to Upper North Fair, play around.
Yeah, go for the hell run.
I mean, I only say uppers because I still wouldn't be comfortable on lower with the tanks at the moment.
Tyvarius has a good amount of tanks in comparison to Nitro.
Well, yeah.
Not for nothing. That's nothing. Nitro got the reset after seeing nothing in right side. Gonna go to the left side. Probably gonna go grab that lamp and screw attack before checking out the rest of Meridia.
And well, okay, so Tyvarius still doesn't know about the hook shot. That's one thing. So if he had, I'd say he's just trying to avoid that and hoping for a flute somewhere, right? But I don't know what the thought is currently.
I think it's chores. The other chore didn't do purple chest while he was down here the first time. Didn't do the blacksmith either. Oops.
Yeah, could be a little bit of frazzled nerves, just a bit. This is something I would do. I just put it that way. If I see something that's like, yep, that's me.
Yeah, fair enough. Not for nothing, Tyvarius will have the mirror for this go around. Nitro didn't. Gonna get the nice and easy checks here for Jeremiah into the purple chest. No flute to fly with the purple chest, but save and quit will do.
I don't remember if he got the mirror check on the way down and all, so we might just walk down there and get bombos while we're at it.
Yep, that's true. And I think, yeah, no save quit. Yep, it's gonna be the bombos check. Same time.
So, some Upper North Fair now? Unless there's more mountain that needs done, but I don't think there is.
Do not think so. Time for some hell runs, perhaps. Oh, back into Zelda. So
Yeah, that looked like a decision there, opening the save door and then not, so...
where are we going, Nitro? We have pod. We have pod. We have pod.
Yeah.
And we have a lamp pod. So we have full logic pod. There we go. Yep.
I could see the wanting to do the other thing. I mean, you know this is 100% required to do, yeah, I mean, I guess all for all V2 knows, Tyvarius just in here.
Oh, Tyvarius got the...
oh yeah, we can do that. That's
okay.
a trick I glad I learned that one.
Yeah, I did not know you could do that. Yeah, I think Tyvarius just went for the Pegasus boots. Tyvarius, stop booting.
He's okay. You don't need to chest here. You're considered to have it for a period of time after you mirror the next time. So
interesting. I didn't know.
Whatever. I don't know the mechanics of that one myself, but
I was about to say, like, Tyvarius, the chest.
So you have to keep it as far as 45 because that involves a mirror, right? But after that, you're good.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Fair play. I didn't know.
That's how I learned a lot of stuff, was getting on some sort of restream crew and just watching people do stuff, and like, okay, I don't have to admit I didn't know that because I wasn't on comms, but that's okay.
Nah, I have no shame. I didn't know that much. We love learning new things.
Yeah, that's why I say that's why it's a good way to... anything you can do. We have limited time. Have some fun while you're doing it.
Yep, absolutely. Gonna do some of the Zora checks now with those flips. No book still. Knows where it is. Probably doesn't want to go get it yet. Dude, if the Crime Lord has a flute for 500, that would be insane. Insanely lucky for Tyvarius. Let me be clear.
My thing was cut off here. There was nothing on the ledge, I'm
Yeah,
guessing?
nothing on the ledge. Yeah, $20 for your troubles. All right, let's see the crime lord, the scam lord. $20. Link is not a good businessman, or I guess in this case, Squirrel. I mean, Tyvarius, at some point, we gotta get this book. We gotta get the book! It's really unfortunate to have this book here, dude.
It is. It's gonna get pushed off because you really don't want to chase wreck ship a second time for a fetch quest, right? It's hard.
It's hard, but you got the speed booster. I think it's gonna be Dragon here coming up though through the Meridia back door.
Yeah, Tyvarius is gonna be doing everything else possible, I think.
Which is fair enough. Fair enough. Man. Wow, that scout costing Tyvarius a little bit. Because you have to think, if Tyvarius knows that there's a hook shot, then it's Book City. But nope.
It could be. I mean, it feels really bad at that point, but I'm thinking if it's me, even then, I might not push right away, hoping for a flute. I'd probably be doing hell runs first, knowing that I missed that, but I don't know what his thought process is.
Yeah.
I mean, some people I like to say I do know what they do, and I played with Tyvarius at points, with against, but in a case like this, I can't begin to guess at it.
Yeah, we still don't we don't see a bumper and we don't see a plasma beam room. And also TR. That's a good list, Viddy. TR, Ice Palace, Plasma Beam Room, Bumper Cave, Landmos. Tyvarius can not, in logic, get the hook shot through Lower Norfair.
Yeah, it'll happen before getting the book, I think. But yeah, not in logic, like you say. I wonder where that Varia is. That stupid thing, I'm telling you, it does love to just hide itself. It's worse than the land.
Dude, I mean, look, I hate to say it. I really do. But TR is open. And it's on my mind because I just played a race where there was TR Varia, pendant TR Varia, and honestly, it could be there.
Well, the good news of that, if it comes to that, is it's not on Trinex. Going over the ice rod is. It's the only good thing.
That's true. That's true.
But if it gets much worse than it appears to be, these runners may not get it. Either one of them. We'll see.
Yeah, not sure what our tolerance for hell runs is, but you have to think it's coming soon. Especially with Tyvarius's health pool at this point, it feels like it's got to come in soon enough.
Yeah, tanks are in good shape. You'd want to see one more power bomb pack, then we're in good shape.
That's true. Our power bomb situation is a little dicey, Yeah, Viddy in chat noting, as I noted earlier, they say if they're gonna commit to pendant TR, probably need to hell run the ice rod first. But yeah, hydropower as well. Bringing up the point that Scoop just made. Ice rod hell run means that Varia can't be on Trinex. So really, if we're just looking for Varia, then it might just be a TR shallow dive angle.
I mean, we don't. Well, I guess what else could we want? I mean, I guess Quake in a really bad case scenario, but
yeah, if Misery Mire sucks, yeah. If Misery Mire doesn't cooperate. What do we need for Go now? It's like
I think that's it.
I think it's just Varia, right? Yeah. For a full in logic Go. Technically, if we decide to go for the Grand Hell Run, we are Go mode. So we'll see if anybody decides to do it today. You could have the can fly. I think the way the runners are playing, at least Nitro, I feel like I would have faith in Nitro to do a gravity jump to get to Lower Norfair. I feel like
high jump and gravity, it's not bad. So
it's not bad at all. I feel like at least Nitro, given the Super Metroid tricks that we've been seeing pulled out here, I wouldn't put it past Tyvarius. I don't know what the trick knowledge is all the way around the house. But it's possible. The Grand Hell Run is a possibility. Let's not put it past ourselves. Nitro going to be catching up on the dungeons that Tyvarius took care of lampless. And we're going to get pretty much all evened up, really. Aside from the hook shot. Well, not all evened up. Tyvarius is soon going to be basically behind the Swamp Palace, I think, is basically it. If Plasma is flute, maybe. But we're running out of places where the flute can be to give us an advantage here for Tyvarius, so... we'll see. We'll see. Yep, no flute. That's rough. That's rough. A full reset. Was there a save before Dragon? Or after Dragon?
I hope so.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Save right above Dragon. I was like, my god, what a save quit.
Yeah, that flute would be nice, but I mean, at this point, not too bad just to get down to the Golden Teresa area and go over, so...
Yeah.
Tyvarius could just be playing, he's getting all this stuff, you know, maybe if it shows up, cool, right? But it, you know, could just be Quake mode. Make sure you don't miss that for sure in case you need it.
That's true. Where was Bombos?
Yeah, I saw it when it happened, and I don't remember now, but...
Yeah, Tyvarius isn't going to have it. He's not going to go straight for the...
Or in Swamp, okay.
Was in Swamp? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right, because Swamp was big. Swamp was Cane of Samaria and Bombos. And...
Yeah, Myers Bombos, oof, I guess.
That would be a big oof. Ice Palace first? Fair enough. It's in logic. Is it?
Yeah, it makes it, well, yeah, and it makes sense to go do it. I mean, there's a potential that hookshot is required logically based on item placements in here, but nobody cares about that.
Well, I mean, nobody cares if you have Icebreaker, but there's no cane.
Well, nobody cares about that either. There's ways. they're slower, right? But if it's between this and going down to Mire with potentially not the thing that could be in here that you need, you know, then you do it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
We care more about Kane than we care about hookshot, but yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta make do with what you got, and that's what Tyvarius is doing. But you do hate to see it. That missed scout from the start of the game really hitting Tyvarius in the butt right now. I'm curious to see if we get a Grand Hell Run. It'll be interesting to see. For sure. Good kill on those stoppers. Like, if we have to do Ice Palace, this is a pretty quick Ice Palace, at least. Just sucks. It's the bomb jump. Cash's curse. Big commentary curse, jeez. Alright. Catfish for the silvers for Nitro. Wrapping up our chores here. Looking like we're gonna go pay $500 to get $20 in a second. It's not a great trade, but Link isn't the best businessman, unfortunately. Big key's nice here. Probably gonna be big key to big chest to iced tea kind of thing.
Yeah, if you've already spent enough time in here, it'd be nice to get the items in front of you so you don't have to do all this, but oh well.
Here's the iced tea check. Probably gonna loop this, I would imagine, into the other Ice Palace checks, because I think it still needs to do the back. Not sure how to get there from here, because I always do Icebreaker, and I hate this dungeon, so I don't actually know the layout.
Just one more kick, that last check being nothing but more than a key, because you don't know where the last item is. You don't want to leave it in here.
Yep.
But maximum punishment, unfortunately, in Ice Palace is good for that.
Hate to see it sometimes, but... I think Nitro's wrapping up some of the chores that Tyvarius did earlier. That's Graveyard Ledge.
So I guess I forgot about the right side existing entirely, because no hook shot. You can do a bomb jump to get there, but...
Is that the last item? No. He's still going to check. Alright, last item is on the boss. Cold Stare! Give me what you got. Hand over the goods! Give me a flute! Actually, Varia on Cold Stare would be kind of funny here.
Well, some key logic person in chat would have to tell us if, you know.
Nope, nothing. Alright. Oh, no, there's the last item. Okay, nice. Okay, don't have to do the pendant. At least we don't have to do the pendant. Yeah, no item, though, unfortunately. Bit of a time loss. Checking the pendant dungeon. When do we go get our book? It's not right now, I'll tell you what. He's not doing it. It won't happen.
Well, I mean, the ice thing was pretty sure just an uncomfortable thing, just knowing you had to come up with something at this point. Now, barring that, we're just better get back on mission here.
Is this Hookless Swamp Palace? I didn't know you could do that.
You can do some of it, and it's not going to be great, but it will get a Cane of Samaria out of it, and that's going to send him more than likely to TR, and this doesn't feel great.
Right, yeah. That really does not feel great at all. Nitro doing some of the last few... Did Nitro do Dragon yet? Yeah, so it's just the last few Meridian checks that he hadn't taken care of yet.
See, and again, at this point, it's more the Quake potential than it is the Varia suit. We will take either, right? But
yeah. Yeah, we don't know. I don't believe we know what Meyer is, but
We're not going to do anything crazier than this to look for the medallion, but we're here and
yeah,
we're leaving. We're getting out.
yeah. Not for nothing for Tyvarius. Yeah, the goods are in the front of the Swamp Palace, so is going to be able to get the Cane of Samaria and the Bombos on his way out. The question is going to be what he does with that afterwards. And again, I really do think it is going to come down to, can we get paid with a hook, or sorry, with a flute somewhere? Because, man, it's a real devastating hookshot location for Tyvarius today, for sure.
Yeah, I think the flute has worn out its usefulness at this point. This is just going to be the hook, which won't be here. And if we're wanting to, I don't know if he.
Well, I
It's hard
mean,
to tell if he knows that he skipped Desert Ledge.
well,
I,
also, you know, I guess not for nothing, if Tyvarius somehow gets to Varia before Nitro, and then gets to Desert Ledge and Misery Mire through that way, he could get the hook shot. But you'd be fairly far behind at that point, I think, still, because it's not like Nitro's not doing anything. And, yeah, I just don't know. I'm not sure I see the pathway here.
I'm pretty sure TR is going to come very shortly. For whatever, better or worse.
Could be the Grand Hell Run from Nitro. We're pretty much go, right? Unless Meyer is something horrible. Oh, baby. It's a Hell Run. Or I guess, do you... Yeah, yeah. It's a very minor one to start, at the very least.
Yeah, this is fine. Even until the elevator ride, we're fine. But we got a couple of crystal flashes. We got all kind of ammo, for Ridley and otherwise.
Okay. It's Hell Run in time for Nitro.
A nice job with that room. I always hit one of the branches of the ugly tree in there on the way down.
Nice little farm of plasma here. Oh, we're going straight to Lower North Air, too.
Yep. Needs done, and you hope it's got something that would help you. I mean, at this point, I don't think there's much left for him other than Quake before Meyer, but if it's needed.
It's going to be a gravity jump, high jump boots, easy as you like.
So, mixed emotions incoming.
Yep. At the very least, is going to be able to get to Meyer and see what we can see, I think. I think Tyvarius here is probably going to be headed to TR.
It's going to the mountain. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. There it is.
I imagine we're going to get Meyer Scout first for the sole reason of the energy refill down there.
Yep.
And we'll know for sure.
We're gonna have to get a really quick gate glitch, though. Nice.
Yep.
Good
That is
stuff.
sufficient.
That will, in fact, do.
Check that first. Why not?
Yeah.
Now I'll go get some energy.
Heal ourselves up. Alright. The Hell Run continues right after this quick break of Misery Mire.
Could be really quick, but hopefully not. No, we're in there.
Woo! Woo! Almost! We don't need Quake. Overrated medallion.
At least Meyer entry won't be a sticking point for anybody who might want to play the seed because it's right next to the cane. Yeah, look
Oh
at that.
my gosh.
Okay. Well, so the flute's got to be somewhere easy that we just haven't done.
Oh yeah, that's right. That means flute is in logic somewhere. Because there's no access otherwise.
Yeah, Hydra pointing out we might see it here soon.
Yeah, but I with this logic break, I think Nitro's gotta have it. Because even if Tyvarius gets the flute here in presumably TR or some other horrible place that was in the logic, it's just not. I don't know that's enough time save. We'll see. We will see.
Yeah, there's a lot of quote-unquote vanilla gameplay left. That's another cool thing about SMZ3. At least after, at least till you've done, hundreds of seeds. But there's a lot of tricks that can be done. Depends on knowledge of each runner, but I am not super familiar with the end game on them. But like you say, we'll see.
So where's the flute? Vinny, that's a great question. I do think it's in TR at this point. We're kind of low on in-logic checks at this point, I'm pretty sure. So... chain chomps. Nitro going through the mire. And you've got to be feeling good. It's go mode now. It's time to take care of business. Yep. I mean, I don't think Nitro's missing anything else, right?
Not that I see. Not that we care about.
Yep. So.
I mean, Ice Beam would be nice, but we'll see if it happens in GT or something.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens. Tyvarius has got the catch-up of a lifetime. It's going to be flute directly into Swamp Palace, Mire, and, what is it? Swamp Palace, Mire. What else do we need? We need Ridley after that.
I mean, something could always go wrong with LN. I mean, the cushioning is there. It's just, it's not free. Let's just say that it's not free.
Lower Norfair is never free.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. We got the Varia. What am I even talking about?
But yeah, I mean,
after all that, just blew that out of my head.
Yep.
So it's fairly free.
Pretty deep into Turtle Rock right now. Let's see Mimic Cave. Gonna be running across the eyes with the Cape of the Sword today.
Boy. Yeah, well.
Was that it?
That was a flute.
There's the flute. Yeah.
We had our mixed emotions a few minutes ago. We're going to have significantly downgraded ones, I think, by the time Tyvarius gets toward the desert ledge.
Yeah, pretty much. At the very least, Tyvarius can actually do Mire right after the desert ledge, so that's something. Mire, and did he do desert? No, desert is a... Desert is...
it's a pendant. It's just... Yeah. If it's not a pendant, he's there a lot sooner. It's the cool part, or the not cool part, I guess.
Yeah, something like that. It's Nitro's time to go through the Lower Norfair. Take care of the Ridley. I think, yep, wall jump here is going to take care of business, and away we go. Can fly, can't fly, who cares? Now we know that progression cannot be on Trident, so these are our last few checks for the day, as it is. Ow.
And of course, it's just the hook is all he wants, but...
Unfortunately, we know he's not going to get it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that respawn point ready. These lasers hurt. Nitro feeling pretty.
Okay, Silver Arrow goes right through the beetle. Something to do with the railing, I guess, but nice.
I did not know.
I mean, it's supposed to hit him, but something on the way must have affected it.
Alright, with these item checks, it's gotta be time for Tyvarius to go turn on a flute. And I think, I mean, as far as I guess, the can fly is probably just somewhere else at Norfair. You know, whatever. Nitro might even find it just on the way in or out or something.
It could be, might not even be in the main game. We have all of our access to all this stuff at this point, so it could just, GT and that's it.
Yeah. Well, no. You, for in logic, you still need the can fly for everything Nitro's doing right now, right? So.
High jump alone, I want to say, is good enough.
Oh wait, no, you don't, because the flute is technically in logic, so you wouldn't need the can fly to open up GT. Yeah. So yeah, actually, yeah, you just don't need a can fly. Or you need you need one for Dragon in logic. Dragon in logic still needs a can fly. So bombs or...
Yeah, that's right. It's the one thing out of all the things, right?
Yeah, it's Dragon out of everything, at least. Go kill, I was about to say something I shouldn't have. Let's go kill Ridley. Yeah. Like, I still remember, I forget whose splits it was. I think it was Zoe's Splits that has a very colorful name for Ridley. But in either case, take that down nice and easy. It's gonna be the end game now.
I wasn't watching it. I mean, I shouldn't care if Tyvarius has actually seen the hook yet. But it's like he's
I think he's about to go get it. Yep.
There it is. That Varia doesn't feel great either. I mean, cool flute got us there, but yeah, he's...
You gotta feel bad about that one, yeah.
I can't parse out that one. I don't want to...
Thought the colorful name was on Fantoon. They might both have it, to be fair. Yep, it's just a catch-up game now for Tyvarius. Also in, go mode, question mark?
Yeah, I mean...
Yep, also, yeah, pretty much go mode, so just a little bit right past Nitro. And it's just gotta be up to the speed now. I think if they have a different GT Voodoo, that might unironically be some kind of a difference maker as well. Untimely death from Nitro would also set things here, but you gotta think that Nitro's got the advantage here.
Yeah, it's just Ridley, and then Tyvarius is gonna have that, plus these two dungeons here, so...
Yeah. I don't think this one's the Godmire either. It's Big Key a little bit deep. Okay, Big Key, let's get out of here.
You know, I always did wonder, between any of these, any randomizer really, if anybody would be willing to play a logical race. I want to say somebody's talked about it in Zelda 3. Because if that were the case, Tyvarius would be doing just fantastic here, right? But
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
so,
no, because Tyvarius did all the dark rooms.
well, I guess I'm just saying about all the
Yeah, true.
logical optionals that were done.
Yeah, the hell run really paid off for Nitro here. Is big not having to get the flute, which is a really funny statement. Don't get it twisted. It's a rare time where not having to get the flute is an actual time save, but this is one of them.
Yeah, and adding to the fact that it, was available and by rule, well, not rules, but logic, required. So
Yeah.
a lot of times
no,
it's just in GT. So
no, flute wasn't required though, because the book is available.
well, I'm thinking Varia, Graveyard Ledge,
Varia was checkerboard.
or checkerboard. To get to that, you had to have the flute. But
Did you?
logically.
Oh yeah, that's right. Logically, we did. That's right. You're right. That's right.
But yeah, SMZ3, something for everybody. There's a nice storybook in here somewhere, but unfortunately for today, what we're trying to do is go fast, and sometimes it's just one decision, unfortunately.
Yeah, both the hookshot scout and the hell run paying dividends for Nitro here. Tyvarius, both slave to the logic and also what do we? Oh, we just want to reset to the top, I guess. Both doing some of the dark rooms and also doing some of the logic. Unfortunately, got a bit screwed by the logic that he had to do.
So it's a choice. We're going to do Mother Brain first. You get a power bomb through the Metroids. Now, if you run into Ice Beam in GT, you lose a little here. I am not the authority on doing end bosses in the right order at all.
Yeah, fair play.
Whoever was.
I wonder if Tyvarius actually does do. I wonder if Tyvarius does do Zelda into GT, into Ridley, into Mother Brain. Be an interesting route. Because Tyvarius hasn't done the Ridley, kind of just went to Lower Norfair to reset back to Zelda here to do Swamp Palace. Like, it's still possible for Nitro and Tyvarius to have a miraculously different GT. I just don't know that it's gonna happen. Oh. Do we have a Babby skip, Nitro? Oh?
You can try it.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh!
Looks good.
Looks good to me. And that's a baby skip. Tyvarius gonna go wrap up the Swamp Palace here.
Yeah, I haven't seen a moonfall attempted from the Ghidorah there. I guess it didn't work, but it's a good idea.
Ooh.
Speed Zeb one try. Okay, alright.
Speed Booster Zeb skip. What a guy. Nitro's got it today. Yeah. With 67 supers, that's... yeah. That's gonna be enough to burn down this brain for sure. There's a diver down from Tyvarius. Little diver down. So the funny thing about the randomizer is, specifically SMZ3 in particular, is that you can have kind of like a super MOC because there are more super missiles in SMZ3 than there are in the vanilla game. So you can just unironically have enough super missiles in the stock to burn down Mother Brain, whereas in the vanilla game, even if you 100%, you'd still be, I believe, 10 super short. And you would have to supplement with regular missiles to do like a full ammo-only kill of Mother Brain.
Right, 6 packs were changed from regular to super here. So it's done by counts, which is why whenever I was playing various flavors of Super Metroid Randomizer, it was news to me that they're done a lot of times by proportion. In most cases, it means that there's enough missiles to break the counter when you go over 100. So I guess the thinking is you just aren't going to pick up that many, but they're just there to make a nice run, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think that's all the Zelda bosses that Tyvarius will need. What are we thinking? Lower North Fair? Alright. Let's kill Ridley.
You could have done GT, I guess. When these things are laid out the way they are, could have done that and then come down here. But either way, you're shooting from either the pyramid or the dungeon you just came out of. So it's just either way.
Yep. No can't fly here either. So gonna be a similar setup. Power bomb here first. Gonna go for the delayed wall jump off of the left side instead. You know, it's funny after seeing Nitro do the wall jump from the door. That just looks like a lot easier.
Yeah, I'm actually sitting here because I don't know. I'm trying to count out tiles. Like, is there less on the left or less on the right? I mean, I don't.
Is it possible for Tyvarius to do this? Is this right? Oh, we're gonna go for a swing ball jump. Okay.
Yeah, might as well just get it done.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that might be a little too far. It's not easy either. He's gonna bonk on this one. Oh, and to be honest with you, I don't actually know where it's supposed to be set at, but given the escape and all, but I guess single G here for Nitro, by the way. I mean, the brain's dead, but we just got to get out of here.
Yep. Tyvarius is stuck on the swing ball jump. Okay, we got it now. But yeah, I fear the timing's all wrong at this point for Tyvarius. It's a good show for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
very strong effort. Absolutely.
Since I've played enough, you know, anytime I'm on here, I always look at, well, how would I have done? And I always look at timestamps really for key items, go mode, that kind of thing. And I'm like, well, most of the time, both runners are still in front of where I'd be. So, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I'd be, my goodness. I mean, I'd be even worse. I'd be looking for the can fly right now. I wouldn't I wouldn't even be close to go mode.
Yeah, did you know, and I know you did, but rhetorically, they call this the worst room in the game for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, because it sucks. Well, it's annoying with, it's certainly pretty annoying without Space Jump or you know, any kind of movement items or
Yeah,
speed
like
attack or.
it just needed a label because it should be okay, but it's not.
Yeah.
Missing, you know, a lot of things.
Here's GT for Nitro. It's a big thing here. If Nitro happens to 100% GT and Tyvarius somehow doesn't, I don't know that that's enough time saved, given
Yeah.
where Tyvarius is. Yeah.
So a tile room Hail Mary here is 5 minutes, and that's not enough.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough at this point. Still need to kill Ridley. Still need to kill Mother Brain. Yeah. But yeah, you know, was that the big key?
Supers.
Okay. I only saw the yellow and I was like, there is no way.
Yeah, that's funny too. That gold effect, I think, is just a palette. It was whatever palettes are loaded. It was easier that way, but I like them better.
That's fair enough.
They look better that way, I guess.
They look nice.
I might be making that up too, because the regular missiles don't need to do that. But... they look more super, I guess.
They're super missiles. They have to. Wow. Okay. Yeah. No. No. GT free. Alright. No worries.
V2's feeling good enough here. I guess he's just looking for a gold sword or something. But...
oh my goodness. Yeah. Wait. Where was the fourth sword? I'm pretty sure we saw it.
well, that's what you were saying. I wasn't 100% on that, but between the two runners getting them in different orders, I was okay with it. But
yeah.
that's just the only thing you could be looking for at this point.
No, I think that's right. No, I think that's right. There's only the three because it was they just happened to not get the first two kind of in order, but they both got the third one in the end, I think.
I remember 2-3 as Etacoons, pre-Etacoons, and then the Maiden's Chest, and wherever the first one was.
Yeah, and then there's one in the...
oh, Magic Bat or something.
No, it's Wreck Ship. Or is it in Criteria, it's like the... I don't remember all the item names, unfortunately. It was like the... it's like the one that you have to wall jump off of the flyers.
Oh, up there, yeah.
Yeah.
Sky missiles, they'll call that. Yeah, so I said Magic Bat because I was calling a race earlier in an entirely different setup, so it was probably in that race.
Yeah, this time the bat was... there's some other progression, I think, which was hilarious.
And,
there was something rude.
you know, the pegs right there was semi-rude, but
more fall, yeah.
pretty necessary altogether. So.
Yeah, all things considered.
I want to say Zora had $20 in both of these races I did. But then
both of the races?
I think, because I was looking at this, I'm like, did I not see this already?
The bat was the glove. Thanks, Justin. Yeah. I knew it was something rude, where it was like, okay, bat, thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah, we're going to look at a little over 230 here for all this stuff in the sea. That's pretty good by any measure.
Yeah. Oops. Oops. Quick little loops at easies. We'll take care of business real quick. All right. What's up next for Tyvarius? Probably just.
Gotta get out of here, and
I think it's actually just GT.
yeah, GT and Brain. So home stretch, just about 12.5 minutes behind, I guess.
Yeah. Unfortunately, just a tad bit slower.
Yeah, and that's just it. 12 minutes. That's not a lot in SMZ3.
It really isn't.
And given what happened to get him where he's at, all right, it could have been so much worse. So I think he did pretty well.
Absolutely.
Nitro. I mean, I'll just say it looks like maybe he's just getting a little tired of this, or could have nerves. I mean, it's a long rando, and
it's a lot of game. I'm really surprised that we haven't seen a little bit more fire rod usage just in general. There's like the skeleton and like the red dino room where it makes it a lot easier. That room in particular. I mean, you have the green potion that you stored from the ferry, way back when. And you have to think that would kind of be enough magic to get you there.
Well, I mean, V2 is an SM main. That's one thing, as far as I know. But I hadn't had to think about that this whole time till now. I mean, this is just pure execution, right? But
yeah,
V2 handled the rest of Zelda 3 today pretty well. Like
absolutely.
I wouldn't have known.
Quite well, for sure.
Yeah, it took it. Yeah. One more thing, just to round out the trip up the tower, a poke of Moldworm here, just to sweat a little.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's funny when you go up. Gee, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Awesome.
Yeah, it's just great.
It'll be nice for Tyvarius, but I'm not sure he's gonna get the chance to do it. Interesting. We're gonna use the cape to get through the bumpers here. Okay.
I have never thought of that, and that works too. I usually wait for him to cycle through, but I mean, if you have the magic, just do it. Save yourself a second or two.
Yeah. So, I think normally I just wait like the half second to just go up the side and then go up the center.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that one just never occurred to me because it's after your refill, and what if some goofy stuff happens and you're missing just that much for, torches. If you miss torches, so just never think about it.
Man, just the unluck for Tyvarius a little bit. He's even gonna check the big key last.
Yeah, and kill all those enemies. Yeah. The game appreciates its players a lot.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to 1 row of health for Tyvarius. Good job.
Yeah.
You hate getting that 11th one. Just misses the whole thing.
Yeah. Is that how that goes?
Yeah, it's... Some of us are OCD. Probably a lot of us.
Fair play. Sword 3 is gonna make this Ganon go pretty quickly. No Master Sword only kind of seed tonight. Are we gonna get a third fire bat? Oh! Oh! Wow. You did not want that.
Oh, we got the ferry.
Ferry.
I didn't see that get picked up. Yep.
It was like 2 hours ago, of course! Wow!
Well,
man,
it had to be. Well, don't do that again.
Yeah, don't do that again! I don't think you got a second one. Yeah, I'm gonna use the cape here to avoid it.
Yeah, and I remember now the text box about keep the ferry. I remember that coming up, but I didn't think about it until now.
Wow, yeah. That was like 2 hours ago. That is crazy. A crazy setup, and it's paid off. It's paid off in the 11th hour. That's that's the one thing you really just needed. Now it's just gonna be the home stretch. I was worried, and then I was like, "What? You never cashed in the ferry." Silver, my one true weakness.
And one of the cool things you can do with the ferry here, save yourself a time.
Wow,
well,
that is so rude.
Ganon's phase 3, you can let it go during a stomp, and the ferry will just float around. You'll pick it up without being in danger of losing it. So,
Huh, neat.
just so you don't have to go through the revival animation. So, double there to end it. That's it. GG's.
That's gonna be the game. Yep. GG's, Nitro. Very close. Very close. Still.
Yeah, I mean, a pig in the brain. That's it. So.
It was really, yeah, a pig in a brain. I mean, basically, it was like that hell run. I think that hell run was pretty much the whole game for Nitro, if we're gonna be honest. Because that hell run letting you skip the flute for the full. It was a full TR like visit too. Like it was. It was like on Mimic Cave basically. So yeah.
Yeah, and you gotta get that. You gotta get that mental preparation that you're gonna do Ridley without Varia, okay, to head down there. So when you find it, okay, cool, nice, but you have to. You gotta be ready to do it, and you know V2 was, but ended up not being necessary.
Well, you don't have to. You just have to accept that you might lose some time.
Well, just the potential that okay, maybe Varia here was in TR, right, and V2 doesn't have that, and you're just
exactly
gonna have to do it.
Wow, the threefer. There it is. Commentator's curse.
So nice lineup, and got through the blue balls even there to get another couple in, so that's good.
This should be it.
Yep.
Easy as you like. I'd imagine that Tyvarius will probably play it out. It's just the 8-minute Turian at this point.
Yeah, we'll play it out. We'll get him through it. Because they're talking about it. They know he knows that he's done. But
it's all good. It's all good.
Just, I mean, you can't have too much bacon. So.
Wait, really? I actually didn't know that.
Well, what did he say? I didn't see it.
Did you know that you can't hum with your
yeah.
with your nose closed? I didn't actually know. Like, he has like. Toto's put a lot of funny facts in there. I just not like. I just haven't internalized a lot of them. There's like
I don't know where
there's
they
the
all...
one about the bug, the order of like Hemiptera, or however it's pronounced. It's like the order of bugs. And then there's one about the longest cheese in the world or something. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who, you know, various people came up with the hints. So a lot of these were yanked from Z3R V2.9, but I don't actually know who worked on all that. So.
Oh! Yeah. Rip torch glitch.
And the head doesn't have a hitbox.
Unlucky.
She's in chat for Tyvarius. Just gotta go work on some brain after this.
Yep.
Still no ice beam, no ice anything for that matter. We only know of the one for Zelda, but we haven't seen the other one. So just be, same as V2 did with some power bombs.
GG's. Yep. Nitro does take it away for today, but Tyvarius is still gonna go grab that end time log, get that time logged in on that seed.
I mean, it's a good time, no matter what.
It is a good time. If we get a sub 3 hour time on an SMZ3 seed, that's always a nice time.
Yeah, I mean, good seeds. After a while, you'd expect it from runners, but this had some goofy snafus, and then there's the whole hookshot thing. So that said, it's a good time.
Absolutely,
for sure.
And also, Tyvarius was the one that actually did the flute. Let's not forget. And honestly, I looking at how the timer is going to shake out here, it really does feel like there's two key things: not scouting the hook shot and not doing the hell dive for the Varia, which basically kind of made this I think approximately 15-minute time difference here is going to be the end time, I would guess.
Yeah, right, pretty close to that.
Yeah, 15-20 minute time difference between Tyvarius and Nitro's time here is probably going to be the end step. Well, let's cheer on Tyvarius. Let's go kill Mother Brain. Take care of business.
So part of the problem here, though, is it doesn't matter what the seed did to you, but just in general down here, if you have screw attack on, you'll knock the Metroids away from you. So it can be a little finicky with that. There's no good reason to shut it off here, because if he's going to do any Zeb skips, it'll be speed.
Yep.
But you just gotta break out of that spin if you're trying to collect them. Nice job with the ballet routine there. Just apparently that first bomb only counted for one, from the looks of it.
Yeah, unfortunate. Certainly, we should still have enough PBs to take care of everything. Just enough, at least.
Yeah, we're good.
We need one more for this set, though. Oh, nope. Easy as you like. Even 200 items collected for Nitro. Ain't that nice and pretty?
316 in the game. Did they try to hit 100 on the dot for Super Metroid? I don't know, but they did.
Man, it's actually kind of crazy to see how much the save quit differences for the RTA versus the in-game time. That's like a full 18-ish, 17-ish minutes here for the difference.
Well, it's funny because usually that thing is a few minutes short, not 20 minutes over. Now, the reason for that would have had to do with some sort of reset, I guess.
There were a few resets. I mean, end pits.
Yeah, those will back it up, but it's either
there was a maybe there was a Norfair check or something where it took him a good amount of time to check it, but then he was able to just throw it all away.
Well, when it goes over, its quality timer didn't stop at some point for some reason.
Yeah.
Usually you see that broken down in the areas, and in fact it probably said what was responsible, and I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah, fair enough. We're watching the grand finale of Tyvarius, It's not that you weren't paying attention, you were just paying attention to something else.
You don't typically expect to see a IGT go way over like that. It does happen. I've seen it, but I'm kind of curious now. I'll go back and look.
No zip skip here for Tyvarius. Which is fair enough. Like, speed zip skip is hard, dude. Although, funnily enough, Tyvarius will not have to worry about the ammo at all, given that charge in Moldorm 2. Although, funnily enough, not for nothing, Tyvarius does have enough ammo to take care of business with Mother Brain as well.
Yeah, looks like that's the way it's going to happen. I don't know what it's going to take for me to remember all the damage dealt with the combinations other than full beam is 900. But I guess it's probably a little faster this way. A little.
It's a little faster just because of how fast you can shoot supers, right? Because even though full beam is 900, supers are 300 each, I believe. And obviously you could rip them off pretty quickly. And there it goes. Here comes the baby. Ah! It's a Metroid, and it's big. You could say it's a super Metroid. I'll show myself. All right. Oh no! The Metroid! At least we have this hyper beam. Got her down. All right. Pretty clean Mother Brain 3 fight too. We have speed. We got the good escape. Man, I cannot tell you. It's so annoying to have to do this escape without speed, by the way.
Yeah, it's funny whenever you go there, you figure you have it because you're going off of muscle memory. You start running down the bottom, and it's like it's not speeding up. Oh.
Dang. Yeah. It's like, oh man. But no, we got speed booster. Speed boost. I think we missed that main fall, unfortunately. Alright, let's make sure. Oh. Safe speed booster for Tyvarius to make it out of here. Let's get out of Zevis. No saving the animals today? And there it is. Time.
GG's Tyvarius.
GG's, Tyvarius. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, just about 13-ish, 14-ish minutes. Yeah, right behind Nitro. A very close race, all things considered. You know, the unfortunate hook shot kind of timing and a very good hell run from Nitro to get the in logic Varia, or sorry, the out of logic Varia rather. GG's.
so what's that? About a little under 14 minutes. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Tyvarius will be in here shortly. We'll have a little chat for whatever he'd like to talk about.
Yeah.
Sure, probably doesn't need too many reminders about some of this, but
Fair play. And hey, it's a new personal best for him as well. According to race time, at least.
yeah, I mean, I can believe that actually, and it can get thrown off if you do any reduce modes. But he's played this before. Just yeah, I mean, props actually.
It's nice to have a nice fast time. Oh no, you're good. Yeah. Yo, welcome,
Wait.
Tyvarius.
Welcome on in.
Hey,
GG.
yeah, thanks. I tried to stay in logic for too long, I guess.
You know,
Yeah.
it is what it is sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that's just the first two ways to play these randomizers. You either break all the stuff and fix the logic later, or you do what you did. I guess the story. You know what I'm talking about already.
I'm looking at the tracker and I'm guessing it's the book.
It's the book. The
Yeah.
book got the early hook shot because it was the what is it? Nitro's routing was basically the Brinstar loop into the right ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was scouted and got, and we were talking the whole time like, if you knew about the hook,
hmm
and I guess this is my question: is if you did, do you still probably looking for all that other stuff? Beyond the flute, you're looking for Varia, you're looking whatever, potentially a Meyer medallion. So I guess, do you see yourself in TR here, regardless?
And that's what I was kind of thinking when I did find Varia and that hook shot. I'm like, I don't know if I would have, gone into, well, if I had the hook, I would have done Swamp and gotten the cane, and maybe that would push me up there. But yeah, it was one of those things where I saw the book, and in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm gonna go around that, and I don't know if the whole time too, I'm like, we have so much health, I could probably hell run down to the Meyer area, but I don't know. I guess I just tried to stay in logic, and it bit me this time around.
Well, that's what V2 did, and I was mentioning before to Jazzy that when you do that, you're pretty much okay. If Varia is not in Meyer or near as it was, sometimes it's not. You got to be prepared to go do the rest of it, Ridley, right? And that's, I think, no matter what your health is always something you gotta psych yourself up for. At least I do.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I'm rusty on the SM side of things, despite somehow getting that spring ball wall jump outside of Gold Torizo, but I just wasn't ready to do that.
Yeah,
fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, and really, I guess where else could Varia have been at that point?
At that point.
At that point, I mean, already done all the chores.
Yeah. All the chores had stuff. That beginning was terrible.
Yeah, the chores also did have. Yeah, the chores already had everything. Yeah, true. There's not much more the chores could have. You're looking at like we already did Ice Palace, right? So yeah, there's really not that much left. Did climb supers. Did you do Waterway? It wasn't
Yeah, I
there,
did.
but yeah. So I mean, no.
And it's
I
just
think-
desert, really, which is in the area that you're at anyway. So if it's not checkerboard, it might be desert, you know.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's
FYI to the restreamer, I don't plan on talking much longer, but you may want to pause my thing I'm about to raid out. But no, it was one of those things. I even joked with my buddy Vix before this. I was like, well, if I get away with the Bryn skip again, it'll be funny. And so I did, wreck ship first. And at that point, there was so little left, I kind of had to do the Bryn loop. And like you were saying, Jazzy, I just did it in reverse and saw a speed booster. I'm like, well, at least we scouted the book, but I'm not going back.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, man. It's like I feel like for me, Wreck Shipped is one of those places that I never want to go back to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, just give me the speed booster before the wreck ship, and nobody gets hurt.
Yep. Or I am just not going back.
yeah, absolutely.
But I'm not mad with how I played. I joined this to have some fun and hopefully de-rust a little bit. And
Absolutely.
Nitro's no slouch on the SM side, on either side, to be honest. So I'm alright with how I played, I guess.
It was really pretty lockstep, honestly. Just the one hell run and the one kind of unfortunate kind of hook shot timing really was kind of all it was, to be honest. Because I mean, as you probably saw, like at the end, it was only really like a 10-minute-ish difference.
Yeah.
By the end of
10 minutes and about 5,000 Ganon warps.
Yeah.
Shoot, that was a funny charge. I had a good chuckle about that.
Yeah.
well, no, V2 did it backwards, so they couldn't even use it.
Yep. V2 at full ammo seed.
I mean, I was ready to.
Yeah, for sure. No, but V2 also had the speed zep skip, and I'm just like, all right,
Oh, nice.
okay, Nitro.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's just funny, and I'll just say it again. Again, this isn't like negative or anything. It's just please send beer, okay? We know you said that was going to happen, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Now, climbing GT, you start to see V2's Z3 execution kind of slip a bit. So I only say it because it's funny time when you get to play combo and you have one side proficient on the one game and one, more so on the other. So it's fun like that.
You guys
That
are
was-
proficient in one of the games?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the goal, really. I mean, there's a couple people that do both pretty well, but there's
Man,
some
that'd be cool.
there's some illegal, illicit stuff going on in their minds, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Meanwhile, I'm sitting over here doing like, what is it? Doing quick kill, like practice on the practice round.
Yeah. No, it was. I don't know. No, I appreciate you guys picking up the restream. Sorry it couldn't have been a little closer, but no.
Honestly, all things considered, pretty close race. We've definitely had some real races where it was like, okay, well, unfortunately, this runner does have the sauce.
Yep. Yeah, or the route or what have you.
Yeah. But no, this was actually pretty close.
Appreciate it.
So thanks for racing.
yeah, thanks for the run, and
Thanks
just
Nitro, wherever Nitro is. Thanks
Yeah.
Nitro.
yep, and thanks to Just for Zeus for tracking, doing a very good job with it. I don't think missed anything. And,
Yeah, keeping
over
us
this
honest.
period of time is not easy. So, I will say, yeah, I think I was where I was supposed to be on this one because I was considering, splitting and doing the other one, and for various reasons it didn't work out anyway. And plus, I thought I was going to be free at 7. We had another match at 7, which are actually the seeds adjacent to you guys. So another really close match. Well, since there's no restream, I'll just say They finished exactly 2 minutes apart.
That is crazy, actually.
Yeah,
Insane.
yeah, a little over 3 hours on that. So that
Man.
that might
Yeah.
be a good something for somebody to
VOD
review
rewatch.
later. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah, absolutely.
thanks again,
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. That is the final round for the or final match for round 1 of
Yeah,
the
actually it is.
SMZ3 community tournament. Swiss round 2 is in the planning, in the books, coming up soon. All the matches will start firing off tomorrow, and it's gonna be a similar timing. Tomorrow, Wednesday, up till next Tuesday, we'll have scheduled matches. I will probably not have the flu in the future. I'll probably do less of these commentaries. I kind of got away with it for a little while because I had to stay home from sickness.
Well, see, I didn't know which way that was going to go because I'm like, well, if you have the flu and you're still calling games for 3 hours, that's not bad. Flu and me do not agree. I don't want it.
No, I can highly recommend not getting the flu. But we're gonna have some restreams. We have some commentary going on. We've got Jestro. We've got other people on the tracking. We've got some good community tournament content coming down the pipeline, as it is. Some nice speedy SMZ3 gameplay. So
Yep, but yeah, so just keep track of us. Let's see, it's speedgaming.org/SMZ3_2025, right? And if somebody wants to type that, feel free. But either way, it's empty now. It'll be, again, like you said, populated here in the next, I don't know, could be next couple hours for tomorrow. And we'll see what happens, but we'll try to get some on when we can. This will be all on, again, Speed Gaming 1 through 6, or just Speed Gaming in 2 through 6, I guess, as it were. And other than that, we got League going on, and we'll throw it back there because I kind of cross-promoted when I was there before. ALTTP League, currently doing Boss Hunt, where you gotta get 10 Triforce pieces off of various bosses, and it's just a whole thing. So, yeah, thanks to V2Nitro, thanks to Tyvarius, Jazzy Jestro. That's all I got.
thanks, everybody.
See
Catch you later.
next mission.
Catch you later.